It's time for Ashland Tomcats football action on 97.9 The River. Tonight's game is brought to you locally by Kentucky Farmers Bank, Ashland Putnam Stadium Restoration, Giovanni's Wholesale, Community Trust Bank, Food Fair, Metro Community FCU, Ashland Milling Company, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby, Collision Right Body Shop, and Giovanni South Ashland. And now with play-by-play action of tonight's game, it's Tyler Rowland.
Good evening and welcome to Ashland Tomcats football here on 97.9 The River. A brand new season starting out today and a state championship caliber atmosphere here at historic Rams Stadium, Raceland High School, the home of the Rams, as the Tomcats are coming in and looking forward to a great game and what has been a great series over the years between two teams that have represented Eastern Kentucky quite nicely. I'm Tyler Rowland, and it's good to be with you here and looking forward to calling tonight's action. I'm expecting we'll see a great game as Raceland, of course, amongst the favorites in 1A. Again, 4 straight state championship appearances for the Rams, and Ashland looking to improve on last year's 7-5 record, and showed a lot of promise here in these first 2 scrimmages. So it's going to be exciting. We're looking forward to having all the action here on 97.9 The River.
Friday nights are back, and when the Ashland Tomcats play at home, make Giovanni's of South Ashland part of your game night tradition for just $10. Enjoy the Friday Night Lights dinner buffet, and your drinks included. That's right, all you can enjoy buffet and a drink for just $10 through the end of August. And feed the whole crew with Giovanni's famous 16-inch cheese sticks, just $12. So before you head to the stadium, head to Giovanni's of South Ashland. Giovanni's of South Ashland. Great food, great friends, and Friday night football.
Hey, Tomcat fans. It's fall again. That means football season is here. And Ashland Milling would like to wish the Ashland Tomcats good luck this year. And they want to remind you that now is the time to overseed and fertilize your yard. Falcon Fescue is the #1 turf-type fescue for our area. Ashland Milling would also like to thank the Tri-State for letting us serve you for over 150 years. Let's go, Tomcats!
Shop from people that care about the bluegrass.
Fast, friendly, and ready when you are. Clark's Pump and Shop.
Hey, stop at Clark's before we hit the pool.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, we care about the community. Download the Clark's Rewards app and save on fuel, snacks, and drinks all season long.
Clark's was a great call.
Cool off at Clark's Pump and Shop.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the Better Bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the Better Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
The summer's flown by, and here we are at Raceland High School getting ready for our first game of the 2026 football season. And, Coach, I know we had a couple good scrimmages. Chad Tackett, head coach of the Ashland Tomcats. And what are your thoughts, first off, heading into tonight after practice this week?
Well, I'm just excited for the kids. It's been a long off season. Wyatt Riley just talked to the team about, it's been one of the hardest off seasons that we've had since they've been here, and so I'm just excited for them to actually get to play a game. We've been lifting weights and scrimmaging and practicing for months now, so it's time to just at least go out there and play a game and do what this sport's about, and that's to have some fun.
And tonight, coming in, Raceland, who has been to the state finals in 1A 4 years in a row, looking to break down the wall this year, and a lot of good things that they do. What do you see in them that could present some challenges to us?
Well, they're very sound both sides of the ball, offense and defensively. They're well coached. They don't shoot themselves in the foot. We got a good passing game and a strong running game on offense, and then defensively they fly to the football. So very good. It's just typical Raceland team that they've had over the last couple of years, and I suspect that they'll have a good season this year.
Let's talk about the offense. What will be our strategy on that front tonight?
I think, one, take care of the football, and two, just try to establish some momentum and gain some first downs, and try to punch the ball in the end zone every drive. I try to get points, come away with points on each drive, and hopefully we'll be able to do that.
And defensively, Matt, what will be our game plan? Jacob Waller, I know, 27 touchdowns last year passing, and of course Landon Stiltner, a tough back for him. Yeah, it's a two-headed monster. I mean, you got the running game and the passing game that you got to defend against them, and I think in high school football you got to try to stop the run. So that'll be our primary emphasis, trying to stop the run, and then obviously do our best in pass coverage and try to keep the ball in front of us. But in high school football you got to stop the run first. So that's what we're going to focus on. And how's everybody's health tonight? Any notable injuries? No, we're fairly healthy. I mean, just bumps, nicks, and bruises from camp and scrimmages. So, but we should have all our guys, ready to go, and hopefully they'll get to play full quarters. All right, well, Coach, we appreciate you. We'll be back here shortly. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Down by 7 with just seconds on the clock. Football can be tough, but managing your money shouldn't be. At Community Trust, banking is easy, seamless, and stress-free. With online banking options and 78 office locations, make deposits, pay bills, or secure a loan, even save for the future. Community Trust Bank. We're building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loans are subject to credit approval.
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
And 3, 2, 1. I'm with Raceland head coach Mike Sammons. 117 wins over his career, and it's good to see you, Coach. And first off, your team, let's talk about the journey over the summer and your first 2 scrimmages.
Yeah, obviously, it seems like just yesterday you walked off the field for your last game. It really goes fast. I told somebody that earlier in the week. It's a long time. It's really a short time. It really goes fast. But, we've had a good summer. Our guys have really been trying to work hard. And obviously you always have preseason injuries and things to work through. And, we played 2 really formidable opponents in our 2 scrimmages. We played Belfry and played Williamsburg, 2 traditional risk programs, which we've been doing that for the past several years. And those have all been really good scrimmages for us. And so, I think our guys are growing. Obviously, we have a long ways to go and trying to clean up some mistakes as we go. And, playing a quality opponent tonight will really help us figure that out as we move across this 26 campaign.
And you're one of the tops in 1A, no doubt, coming back. You've got a lot back defensively, and seems like, of course, returning the guy and Waller with the leading completion percentage in 1A. And just talk about your team and what you have on the field this year.
Yeah, when we do, obviously, you can do your homework as you've done. We returned some pieces, and we lost some really good pieces, and that's part of being a program, right? With tradition comes responsibility. New guys come in and try to fill those roles as you move forward. But one thing about it, I think people get misunderstood on this. This is 26th season. What's happened in the past doesn't impact what happens in 26. This is we're not trying to defend anything from 25 or, rectify anything from 25 or 24 any other time. This is the 2016. This is the 26th season, and the focus has got to be on those guys in 26. How can they reach their full potential? And whatever that looks like, it might be a different role than what it was in 25 or even 24. Some of these guys have been multi-year starters. So for us, 26 is a season, a life of its own. And so that's really what we're trying to focus on as we try to put this team together. We feel like, we got some good pieces, and we feel like we got them on the right bus. We feel like guys are pulling for each other. But it's going to take us some time to make sure they're on the right seat, on the right bus. We're not there yet. But again, that's why you play games like tonight, and it'll really help us figure that out as we try to get ready to play our best football when it matters. And of course, that's when October, November rolls around.
And what do you hope to see from your team against Ashland?
Yeah, obviously you want to see your team to come out and really try to compete. It's not going to be perfect. There's going to be plenty of mistakes, and the most important thing you like to see is what's the response to the mistakes. And I think that's what's most telling as a coach. How can you respond when things don't go your way? Adversity, as we talk about in our program, and that's why I'm really excited now to see how we respond to that adversity. Is over the course of 48 minutes against a really high quality opponent. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's a matter of when. You got to make sure you're prepared for it, number one, but also see what your response is.
Oh, Coach, thank you for the time. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
Metro Community Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
McLeod's Body Shop is proud to support the Ashland Tomcats and the community that cheers them on every Friday night. Whether you're headed to the big game or getting back on the road after an accident, you deserve a team you can count on. Trust the collision repair experts at McLeod's Body Shop to return your vehicle to pre-accident condition with quality workmanship and hometown service. McLeod's Body Shop, backing the Ashland Tomcats on the field and our community on the road. Go Tomcats!
Friday nights are back, and when the Ashland Tomcats play at home, make Giovanni's of South Ashland part of your game night tradition for just $10. Enjoy the Friday Night Lights dinner buffet, and your drinks included. That's right, all you can enjoy buffet and a drink for just $10 through the end of August. And feed the whole crew with Giovanni's famous 16-inch cheese sticks, just $12. So before you head to the stadium, head to Giovanni's of South Ashland. Giovanni's of South Ashland. Great food, great friends, and Friday night football.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's fall again. That means football season is here. And Ashland Milling would like to wish the Ashland Tomcats good luck this year. And they want to remind you that now is the time to overseed and fertilize your yard. Falcon Fescue is the #1 turf-type fescue for our area. Ashland Milling would also like to thank the Tri-State for letting us serve you for over 150 years. Let's go, Tomcats!
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Down by 7 with just seconds on the clock. Football can be tough, but managing your money shouldn't be. At Community Trust, banking is easy, seamless, and stress-free. With online banking options and 78 office locations. Make deposits, pay bills, or secure a loan, even save for the future. Community Trust Bank. We're building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loans are subject to credit approval.
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat Football on 97.9 The River.
And we're back here on 97.9 The River as we are about 13 minutes away from football action. The regular season opener here for the Ashland Tomcats is get ready to take on the Rams of Raceland. And we're on the road today, and a good turnout so far. Crowd's really piling in. A lot of people on the track there getting to their seats, and both sides pretty much filled at this point in terms of the bleachers. So it's a great turnout. I want to open up first off saying thank you for all your support for our program and all your just everything over this past year. And it's going to be a real honor this season to continue the legacy here in this broadcast booth for Ashland. And feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to give you a shout out socially or something, but I want to start off first off going into the history of this series as Ashland leads 25-11 all time. They first met, the first time these two schools met, 1948. And going back a little bit further, Raceland's first season was in 1926. They would play Ashland's junior varsity that year, but it was 48 when the two varsity teams officially met for the first time, where they met at Putnam Stadium, and since then have had some great games over the years. The first, Ashland would win every one of them until 1991, when Raceland would defeat the defending state champion Tomcats 14-13 at Putnam Stadium. And it's been an interesting series, to say the least, in terms of how it's come off. Ashland leads at 25-11. But here's something I wanted to break down with you. Raceland is 10-4 all time when these games are decided by 8 points or less. Now, breaking this down a little bit, going back, I'm just going to label a few over the years because last year qualifies as one. Last year, Raceland led 14-0. Ashland would come back, would tie it up, and had a chance to take the lead late. But Raceland would squeak away at the end with a field goal and a 17-14 win. And going back a little bit further, and you think of 06, Raceland led 21-9, would hold on to win 21-16. 08, Raceland led, I believe, 13-0, would hold on to win in overtime, 19-16. So a lot of these games that Raceland has won in recent years, they've been able to pounce on the Tomcats early and get a 2-score lead. In fact, just about every one of them, that has been the case. But this year, hopefully we'll see a good, strong start from the Tomcats, as in those games a lot of times Ashland would, they make a run in the second half to come back on them, and it just wouldn't be enough. So I'm excited to see, though, this team. They started out and went on the road to Jackson for their first scrimmage. If you're familiar with Larry Hall, he was the head coach of the Tomcats from 1999 till 2002, won the district in 2002, on a team with Ryan Salyer, Matt Johnson, Nick Schweitzer, Josh Hayes, and many others. And Coach Hall would go up with his son, Andy, to Jackson. Andy would become the head coach there in the late 2000s. He's had tremendous success and lost a lot of guys from last year on the outside, but returns 2 D1 linemen. Ashland went up there and scored 3 times in their 3 sets of 10 that they ran. And the following, each team had the ball for 10 plays apiece. Then the following week, Ashland would come in and at home against Montgomery County. Montgomery County, who Ashland has a strong history with, and at times have been in the same district, last played in 2010 against each other officially. And Ashland, after 2 quarters, would have a 42-0 lead before the team started exchanging plays and putting some of the young guys in. So a great sign for the Tomcats early on. The offensive line was the big question mark over the summer. You had a lot of, because you had a lot of graduations there. But they've come along nicely. They won several competitions over the summer, and they stood out in their scrimmages. Of course, tonight, that's what's going to be interesting in the sense because Raceland on that front returns 8 of their 11 defensively. They have a strong front and several guys that are capable of causing problems. And they really have some faces that were on this field 2 years ago when we came here with LeBryant Strader, Braxton Jennings and company. So they have a seasoned squad out there. The point of attack for them might be the offensive line. They have 5 new starters out there, but they have performed well in their scrimmages. So I'm curious to see how that's going to factor because now I suspect we'll see both programs try to throw some confusing schemes at those offensive line, try to capitalize on the youth, and I think whichever one can take the most advantage in that area will be the one that emerges victorious tonight. Of course, both teams with some big-time prospects on their side. Ashland, of course, with Justin Hughes. What an off-season he's had in both basketball and football. Hughes, a Division I prospect at wide receiver, transitioned there late in the year last year where he had 5 receptions for 158 yards and 2 touchdowns, including an 80-yarder against Highlands. And then you have on Raceland side Landon Stiltner, who's going to have the opportunity to play at Youngstown State. So excited to see these guys get at it here tonight. And I want to take the opportunity to first off remember a couple of our great Tomcats here. First off, I talk about Dickie Martin, who was a wonderful friend and what he did for me in my career and how good he was to me and the connection I made with his wonderful family. And before Dickie Martin, when it came to sports, there was Steve Relaford, who passed away this week. Steve was a wonderful volunteer for the kids, and he coached basketball at Oakview, and that was the first time I'd ever gotten into playing sports was in 6th grade. It was for him. And I really struggled in grade school with some things, and Steve just took me under his wing, and my love of sports grew that year. I hated sports until 6th grade. And Steve, just what he did for me, by the end of the year, I was into basketball. And fast forward a couple more years, I would be heavily into football, where I would play for Leon Hart. But Steve's impact on people, if you find people that played for him, you will find a lot of stories like mine. And that man was a volunteer who gave a lot of his time and a lot of his energy to the community. And we certainly pray for his son Tyler, who had a wonderful Tomcat career, played here in the 2000s, a member of the 04 and 05 district championship teams. And we pray for the family. And another one that we wanted to take the opportunity to remember, another one of our great Tomcats, and somebody I will add who has been incredibly devoted, Earl Henry. And Earl, who never missed a radio broadcast and just brought so much energy to the team and to the program, and just loved the Tomcats. He was a member at Unity Baptist Church. Him and Herb Conley, they would always sit and talk football before Sunday school class, and of course they would make their mark on this program. And we certainly want to take the opportunity to let Rip Faulkner, his grandson, his daughter Kim Faulkner, and and also to his son Steve, and we want to say thank you all so much, and we'll forever continue to honor the legacy of the man that is known as Mr. Tomcat. God bless you all. We are going to turn our attention to the field now as Ashland is getting ready to send out the captains here. The Tomcats are coming in tonight as we are about just under 4.5 minutes until the start of the game. But the Tomcats are coming out wearing white with maroon trim. As I see, that is number 6, Mav Ashby, the senior. That's number 2, Brody Simpkins, the senior. And also, congratulations to Mav Ashby, who, of course, will be playing for the Georgetown Hoyas at the collegiate level. So going Division I, a big-time honor. And, of course, Mav, who has an impact on both the offensive and defensive sides. He's moved great in these scrimmages, so we're excited to have him back after he was injured last year. And then we'll have number 3, Tanner Woodman, also a senior, and number 70, Carson Pennington, a senior who has earned a lot of playing time on that offensive line this year. Ashland coaches is Chad Tackett, 37-14 over his career in 4 years, 2 district and a regional title. Mike Sammons at Raceland, 17-45, 8 regional titles in 12 seasons for him. As the team's getting ready now to walk out, Raceland sending out their captains. They are wearing orange with white and black trim, the Rams, as that is number 5, Landon Stiltner, the 6-foot senior out there. That's number 9, Brody Brumfield, the senior. Number 3, Brigham Davidson, also a senior, and number 4, Cade Coldiron. So some names will no doubt about it be calling quite a few times tonight as the teams are at midfield now discussing the situation. 2 of the great coaches here, both with tremendous respect for each other. Of course, Mike Sammons, who won a regional title in his first year at Raceland in 2014, and Chad Tackett, who came in after just 2 years removed for a state title, but with so many new faces and a young Ashland squad that started out with a losing record and ended up getting to the state semifinals that year with as now the toss looking at. So Raceland has won the toss, and they are going to defer to the second half. Ashland will start with the football. They'll be going right to left on your dial. Raceland will go left to right. So we are getting ready here, and again, this place continuing to fill up, starting to see the end zones, people setting up their chairs and getting excited here as the team's getting ready to start action. But again, it should be a wonderful game as Ashland, of course, I'm curious to see because they have a lot of guys running the ball that can attack it. Even Brody Simpkins, who ran it a lot in the scrimmages. He had 6 touchdowns last year and is the leading returning rusher at 576 yards on the season. Mav Ashby had 815 career yards and over the course of his career, 11 touchdowns, and so a lot of guys that have seen the field rushing the football. You'll have Trey Taylor, who ran for over 300 yards. And then at the quarterback position, Tanner Stutler started his first game against Lexington Catholic last year, came in there and threw for, over the last 3 games, threw 6 touchdown passes. So he showed a lot of potential as a freshman, and that young man has attended a lot of camps. He's working very hard over the course of the summer. I'm looking forward to see him come out there. And Tanner's shown so much from a maturity perspective. When you look at him and you look at what he's done on the field, he has been so much of a vocal leader this year. And I've seen it at the practices as the Rams are now taking the field, greeted by their JFL players coming from the tunnel. And Ashland now run out as well as we are about 20 seconds away to the start of the game. I also want to recognize with me sitting here Tim Stevens, who's with the Herald-Dispatch, and a big thank you to Tim for all he's done for athletes in our area, starting his 45th year with us. So big congratulations to him and much appreciation because he's covered a lot a lot of athletes over the years and done wonderful at it. As Raceland getting ready now as they are going to kick off. As Ashland is going to send Trey Taylor and Dalen Farrow back to return. As the Rams coming out there, lining up. As that's going to be kicking off for them, that's going to be Seth Morris, the 6-foot junior. As we're getting ready to start football season here. Officially the first play. Cannot wait for it. The Tomcats, again, going right to left on your dial. Raceland will go left to right as Ashland's in the white with the maroon trim. Raceland now getting ready, and here we go. The series started in 1948, and now Dalen Farrow will officially take it. He's to the 15, to the 20, cuts back, 25-30. He's got one man to beat, 45-50, 45-40. Going the other way to the 30, King. Oh, just went down. Farrow with a big return, getting to the Raceland 30, 11:49 to go in the first quarter, and that's where Ashland will start with the football deep in Ram territory. Farrow known for his explosive speed, and he starts off with a huge return. Farrow, who's put on about 15 pounds of muscle over the offseason as well. As the Tomcats are coming out now, no score, first play of the game. 1st and 10, it's going to be Stutler at the quarterback position. Both Ashby and Simpkins as Ashland's in shotgun. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 left. Simpkins to the left of Ashby, or of Stutler. Ashby to the right. It's handed off to Ashby, left side, and he's met by the Rams right at the line. He goes maybe a yard at most. So Ashby now, it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Tomcats on the near hash mark. Raceland 31-yard line. Actually, no, it's going to be a loss. Actually about 2. Mistake from where I was sitting at. So Dalen Farrow got it to the Raceland 30, but Ashland just not able to on that play. So now the Tomcats are going to come out this time with Keys at tight end on the right. Pistol formation, Stutler, Simpkins to his right, and Ashby behind him. It's snapped, handed off. No, it's a fake. He's got to go to Hughes, and he's sacked. Hughes might have had him beat, but Raceland sent 6 guys at it, and that's going to be Jackson King who got there. So a loss on the play of about 7. So that's going to be 3rd and about 19 for the Tomcats. Ashland needs to get to the Raceland 21-yard line to get the first down. So after the big return from Farrow, not a good start for the Tomcats, as now it's 3rd and line. They're going to go 5 wide, 3 on the right, 2 on the left. As Simpkins gets ready to throw, Raceland shows blitz left side. He drops back, has a little time, and he's going to run it. Stutler to the 30, cuts back and gets to about the Raceland 27-yard line there. But that's going to make it 4th and about 6 or 7. And Trey Taylor's going to tack in. So Stutler now, it's going to be 4th and 8 on the 28 as he gains 12 yards on the run. Ashland needs to get to the Raceland 21 to get the first down. As they're on the near hash mark, and it's going to be Tomcats break huddle. It's going to be Stutler, and it's going to be Taylor in the backfield with him. Simpkins at H-back on the right side. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. No score, 10:23 to go in the first. It fakes it to Taylor. Stutler's going to go to the left, cut back up the middle. That's going to be close. I think he's got it. It's going to be a spot. That's going to be awful close. He faked it to Taylor on the right side and took it. That's going to be awful close. And officials motioning for the chains, so that's going to be a Tomcat first down. Stutler, 2 carries, 20 yards so far. With 10:14 to go in the first quarter, no score so far. As Dalen Farrow opened up with a huge return for Tomcats, getting to the Raceland 30. Luke McCoy at the H-back position, and now it goes to Taylor, and he's going to spin his way for 4 or 5 down to the Raceland 16. So Taylor's saying, and Taylor, you can already see him looking stronger this year, how he's running, and he gets about 4. So 2nd and 6 for the Tomcats on the Raceland 17. 9:41 to go in the first quarter, no score. Tomcats need to get to the Raceland 11 to get the first down. As that's going to be shotgun formation. 2 H-backs now. Simpkins on the right, McCoy the left. It's fake to Taylor. Stutler's going to take it, and he's going to run up the middle for 2 or 3. Looks like some confusion. Stutler was looking across the middle, expecting a receiver. Nobody was there. Held on to the football for a second and then just took off. So that's going to make it 3rd and 5 Tomcats on the Raceland 16. 9:10 to go in the first quarter. No score so far. Ashland with 1 4th down conversion on this drive. As it's going to be 3rd and 5, Raceland 16, and Ashland needs to get to the Raceland 11 to get the first down. Taylor to the left of Stutler in the backfield. Luke McCoy, the H-back. It's handed off to Taylor. He jukes the defender, but he hangs on to it. The defender does, and gets Taylor. That's Brigham Davidson on the stop. Taylor tried to juke around him, but Davidson maintained form. Taylor is going to get a couple, as now it's going to be 4th and 3. Ashland's second 4th down attempt. They're on the Raceland 14 with 8:29 to go in the first quarter. No score so far as they're coming out in. That's going to be shotgun. Ashby is in the backfield next to Stutler. 3 wideouts bunch to the left side of the line, 1 on the right. It's handed to Ashby, left side. Good push. Ashby's awful close. I think he got it by about a half yard to a yard. That's going to be close. That's going to be close, but we're going to see. And they might take a look this time. So Ashby, they ran a stretch play to the left side for him, and now here come the chains. So we'll see what happens. Here come the chain crew. So Ashby ran that, and I thought from my angle, but again, I'm on the opposite side. He might have had it. We'll see what the call is. It is going to be close, no doubt. But I think it got a decent push on the left side. And that's going to be, or no, they're going to say he didn't have it. So Ashland will turn the ball over on downs. So it's again Brigham Davidson on the play, as now Raceland will start 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. So Ashland comes close, but Raceland's defense holds on that. Dalen Farrow would return a kick to the 30-yard line, but then Ashland would convert on 4th and 8, that next set of plays, and then now, though, on 4th and 3, Ashby just couldn't get the first down, so Raceland will start 1st and 10 on the 12, as that's going to be Waller at quarterback. Waller, who had the highest completion percentage in 1A last year, along with Landon Stiltner to his right in shotgun. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, H-back left, and he's faking. He's going deep first play, and he's got Eli Evans, number 15, and Nathan Atkins, he takes it all the way for Raceland. They faked, went deep, and Eli Evans gets it and runs to the end zone. Raceland, just the corner got tripped up there for Ashland, and he broke loose and got into the end zone. So 8:02 to go, first quarter, 6-0 Rams. So the Raceland draws first blood here early. Evans has been making noise in the scrimmages as Raceland comes out now and is going to attempt the PAT. As Morris out to attempt it, 6-0 Raceland, 8:02 to go here in the first quarter. And it's ball snapped, kicks up, and it is good. So with 8:02 to go in the first quarter, the Rams take a 7-0 lead over Ashland. We're going to take a break and come back here on 97.9 The River.
Shop from people that care about the bluegrass.
Fast, friendly, and ready when you are. Clark's Pump and Shop.
Hey, stop at Clark's before we hit the pool.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, we care about the community. Download the Clark's Rewards app and save on fuel, snacks, and drinks all season long.
Clark's was a great call.
Cool off at Clark's Pump and Shop.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
We're back at 7-0 Raceland with 8:02 to go in the first quarter. Ashland gets stopped on downs at the Raceland 11. First play for Raceland, they run a play action to Stiltner, throw it deep to Evans. He catches it and takes it down for the score for 89 yards, and that's where we're at right now as Raceland will send Morris out to kick off, and that's going to be Farrow back to return to the Tomcats. Farrow did get to the Raceland 30 on his last return, so we'll see what can come up here. 7-0 Raceland right now as it's kicked deep, and that's going to be Farrow with it. He's going to go to the 20. Farrow to the 25, Farrow to the 30, 35, 40, 45, and brought down just before he gets to midfield, about the 48, 49-yard line. So Ashland doing a good job exploiting on kickoff coverage. Now just have to find a way to get that in the end zone as the Tomcats are going to come out. I feel like Raceland in pursuit right now has done a good job defensively. We knew this would be a big challenge. Again, a team that's returned 8 of 11 defensively last year, which that was their hallmark of what got them to the 1A championship game, as Ashland will have it on their own 49. That's going to be shotgun formation. That's going to be Stutler in the backfield, Taylor to the right of him, as Jalen Strader goes in motion left to right. Taylor's going to carry it up the middle for 5. Still staying on his feet, and he's going to get 2 or 3 more. He gets down to the Raceland 43, 42-yard line. Taylor showing a lot of muscle on that play on his third carry, as that's going to make it 2nd and 2 for Ashland on the Raceland 43. Tomcats have it on the far hash mark as they're going to come out. That's going to be Stutler. That's going to be Taylor to his left. Simpkins at the H-back on the right spot. Two wideouts right, 1 left. And it's snapped. Whistle blows, and it looks like Ashland's going to be. It doesn't look like a false start. I'm looking to see possibly. I think that may be a sideline. So I'm not sure if this. So Taylor. So they're going to redo the play. It looks like something. It's either a sideline one. I didn't see a flag fly. It was either that or Taylor's shoulder pad. 7-0 Raceland here. 7:10 to go in the first quarter. And so there comes Taylor to the left. Simpkins on the right at H-back. 2nd and 2 on the Raceland 42. They go to Taylor right side. He's got it first down, and then about 3 or 4 more down to the Raceland 37, 36-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of 5. Taylor now with 19 yards on 4 carries, as it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tomcats on the Raceland 38. 7-0 Rams, 6:53 to go in the first quarter over Ashland. As now that's going to be 2 backs in the backfield for the Tomcats. That's going to be Stutler. That's going to be Dalen Farrow to his left. That's going to be Simpkins to his right. And it's going to be Simpkins taking it left side. His first carry, he's going to cut it up and get to about 33, 32-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of about 6. So Brody Simpkins, who's Ashland's leading returning rusher, ran for 6 touchdowns last year. As it's 2nd and 4 for the Tomcats on the Raceland 32. 6:16 to go in the first quarter as the Rams lead Ashland 7-0. And that's going to be Stutler coming out. That's going to be Farrow to his right. That's going to be Luke McCoy at the H-back on the left side. Tight end on the right. As it's snapped and it's handed off to Farrow, he's going to gain maybe a yard or 2, well, maybe down to about the 29. 2 or 3 there, as that's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Tomcats. So Farrow with his first carry. 7-0 Rams here with 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Ashland trails, as now they are on the Raceland 30. They need to get to the Raceland 28 to get the first down. As that's going to be Stutler. That's going to be McCoy to his right in the backfield. Taylor to his left. That's going to be at wide out, Millette and Strader on the left as they hand it off to McCoy. Big hole, 30, 25, 20, 10. McCoy into the end zone for the touchdown. McCoy, who had a 17-yard rush against them last year, comes through, and it's now 7-6 with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Oh, we're in for a dandy here. As McCoy, as it's been when these two teams have played. 7-6 Ashland trailing Raceland, but a chance to tie here as they are going to send in the PAT team, as they are going to send in the Max McAllister, the soccer player for Ashland, who's getting ready to kick. It's up. It's straight down Broadway. It's tied at 7 here on with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the better bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the better bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We're tied at 7 here with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Luke McCoy breaks loose for 30 yards on the run and now gets into the end zone. So the PAT was good, so we are tied at 7. Raceland, who opened up the game, stopping Ashland at the Raceland 11-yard line, would score the next play on an 89-yard touchdown strike from Jacob Waller to Eli Evans. As now Ashland will kick off. That's going to be McAllister again, the soccer player who came over. Much appreciation to him, as he's worked hard at that and made great improvements. He's going to kick off here as the Rams are going to send. That's going to be Bryden Bush and Vanderhoof back to return. Bush is going to get it at the 5. He goes to the 10, 15, and cuts back at the 20, 25, and he's brought down just before he can get to the 30-yard line. So that is James McDaniels who makes the tackle for the Tomcats. 5:08 to go in the first quarter. We're knotted up at 7 here at Rams Stadium, as now it'll be Raceland football after Ashland scored on a 30-yard run by Luke McCoy. The Rams starting on their own 30. Ashland now coming out. That's going to be in the backfield for Raceland. That's going to be Waller and Stiltner. Stiltner on Waller's right. And at the H-back on the left will be Aiden Bell. Man in motion right to left. They fake it, hand it off up the middle. Stiltner, big hold of the 40, and he's brought down. First down for the Rams. Stiltner will gain 12 yards on the play. His first carry. Stiltner committed to Youngstown State. Last year broke loose for a 76-yard run, I believe, to start the game. So 1st and 10 Raceland on their own 42. We're knotted at 7 here with 4:51 to go in the first quarter. Raceland in shotgun. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 right. Stiltner on the left to Waller. Bell to his right. Ashland in a 5-man front now. As it's handed off, they go to Bell, and he's going to get 1 or 2. And he's brought down. That's Simpkins in on that. So 2nd and 8 for the Rams on the Ashland 44. Or on their own 44, as they need to get to the Ashland 48 to get the first down, as that's going to be Waller and Stiltner. Now Stiltner to Waller's left in the backfield. Bell also now moving to the left in the H-back. 2nd and 8 for Raceland. They are on the near hash mark. Here's 7-all here in the first quarter, 4:10 to go. Ashland now 5-man front. They shift, and then Stiltner carries it for 2 or 3. A little bit of movement up front. Because now that's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up. So Raceland's first 3rd down attempt tonight. They are on their own 47-yard line. And looks like they're going to bring in, they sometimes will run that T formation as they have they ran it a lot last year, and that's sure enough where they're going to go. Jonah Arnett, sort of their utility guy coming in. Actually more of a wing T look, as they have two guys in the backfield and 1 outright. 3rd and 5 for the Rams, and whistles blow. Ashland calls a timeout with 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. We'll be back on 97.9 The River.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Down by 7 with just seconds on the clock. Football can be tough, but managing your money shouldn't be. At Community Trust, banking is easy, seamless, and stress-free with online banking options and 78 office locations. Make deposits, pay bills, or secure a loan, even save for the future. Community Trust Bank. We're building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loans are subject to credit approval.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Tied at 7, Raceland in shotgun on third down. Jonah Arnett in the backfield. To the right is Stiltner. Man in motion right to left. It's an option play, and Waller gets drugged down right at the line. Brody Simpkins gets up there to make the play happen. So Waller gains maybe 1, and that's going to make it fourth and about 4 for the Rams. 7-all here with 3:09 to go in the first quarter as Raceland getting ready to punt. Waller is their punter. And knowing how Mike Sammons is, I would keep my eyes on that ball at all times. 4th and 4, Raceland on their own 48. Jalen Strader back to return for the Tomcats. And he kicks it. High kick goes to hits the 15-yard line, takes an Ashland bounce up to about the 21, and then starts rolling back to the 20, where the Tomcats will start with 2:45 to go in the first quarter, as it's 7-all here. So that's where the Tomcats will take over. As the Raceland came out on the wing T look before that timeout and came back out in shotgun, ran the option play, and Ashland able to get a stop, so we'll see what the Tomcats can do now on this 1st and 10. They'll start at their own 21. As that's going to be Stutler in the backfield. Trey Taylor to his right. On the left side, Justin Hughes at wide out. One to watch here as that's going to be handed off. They go to Taylor up the middle, and he's going to fight his way for maybe a yard at most. Raceland's line's got a good push up front. And that's what Ashland will have to be patient with at the time. That's a strong defensive front. But I'm very impressed, though, with how Trey Taylor, just how he's fought. And as long as he keeps doing that, he's going to wear that defense down as the game goes on. 7-all here, 2:16 to go in the first quarter. Ashland now, Taylor now to the left of Stutler. H-back is Luke McCoy on the right. It's a pass. Stutler, he's going to throw it out, and it's caught. I believe that's Strader or Millette. That's going to be Strader for a gain of about 2 up to the 23-yard line. So that's going to be Stutler's first attempt and first completion, 3rd and 8 for the Tomcats. They're on their own 23. They need to get just really about the 32, the way the spot is, to get the first down. So now that's going to be Simpkins to the left of Stutler in the backfield. We're tied at 7 late in the first quarter. 3 wideouts left, 1 right. As it's snapped, Stutler's going to drop back. Raceland rushes 4. He throws. He's got a man. And, in and out of the hands of Millette. And that goes right through his hands, and had him on the out route there. Just sailed it over the defense, but just lost it there. And that's going to make it 4th and 8 for the Tomcats now on their own 23. So now Ashland will send the punting unit in. 7-all here with 1:27 to go here in the first quarter. So now the Raceland will send Jonah Arnett back to return the punt. And Arnett, a dangerous returner. Remember, this is their guy that he's used in a lot of situations. He runs the ball. He catches the ball. So a lot of different areas that he is utilized in. So now 1:27 to go in the first quarter. We're knotted up at 7. Ashland now. And it's snapped. Punts up, and it goes to the right. And Arnett's going to field it about the 40. He goes up 45-50, gets out of bounds about the 46-yard line. And, he fell down. I don't know. There was a huddle of players. and I don't know if he fell or got knocked. He fell down late. But at 1:12 to go here in the first, it's 7-all, and that's going to be an extra 15 yards for Raceland. First penalty of the game either way. So that's going to move Raceland to about the Ashland 32, where they will start. After the ruling is a late hit against Ashland.
Turn out to the 46-yard line, and then a dead ball foul from there.
So that'll start Raceland. That's going to be 1st and 10, about the.
1st and 10 from the 29.
So they will be at the Ashland 29 on this drive starting out. We're tied at 7, 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Raceland coming out 1st and 10, as that's going to be Stiltner in the backfield, along with Knox Woodman, the freshman. It's a pistol strong right. It's pitched over to Stiltner, and he's going to go to the 30. Stiff arm gets to the 25, close to the 22-yard line. So Stiltner's going to gain about 6 or 7 on that play. We'll see where the spot officially is. That's going to be squad actually about the 24-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 5 on the play. And so a penalty down. And Raceland is going to get called for an offensive face mask, it looks like. So that's going to change things. We're going to say. So that's going to, looking to see. So we're going to be right. We're going to replay, essentially. So 1st and 10, Raceland after that. So they're on the Ashland 29, tied at 7. 1:05 to go in the first quarter. That's Waller at quarterback, Stiltner to his left, Woodman on the H-back to his right. Tight end goes in motion left to right. As it's snapped, it's going to be handed off. They go to Stiltner right side, and he's going to get to about the 27, 26-yard line. A gain of about 3 on that play. So now here in the... So that's going to make it 2nd and about 7 for Raceland on the Ashland 26. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 7. As now Raceland's going to come back out. That's going to be Waller at the quarterback position. And then Raceland now going to the tee. That's Stiltner, Bell, and I'm sorry. Yeah, that's Stiltner, Bell, and Arnett in the backfield. It's handed up, and Raceland, not much of a push there, maybe a yard or 2. So Bell gets it and gain from the fullback spot and gains about a yard, making it 3rd and 5 for the Rams. Here with 23 seconds to go in the first quarter, they got it on the Ashland 24 about. So actually gain of about 2. So Bell his second carry, 3rd and 5 Rams with 23 seconds to go in the first. So the clock running now. I think that will be our last play of the first quarter, so the clock continuing to run. So at the end of 1, we will be tied up at 7. Raceland will resume action with the football starting the second quarter. They'll have it 3rd and 5 on the Ashland 24. We'll be back here shortly on 97.9 The River.
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout, and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
We're tied at 7 starting the second quarter. Ashland with the 3rd and 5 on the Raceland 24. Starting out, Raceland with the 3rd and 5 on the Ashland 24 is now coming into the second. I feel like Ashland's moved the ball pretty well on the run. Only 2 yards through the air, only 2 attempts so far with the pass so far. They've had a couple huge returns. Their first return, Dalen Farrow got Ashland to the Raceland 30-yard line, but Ashland unable to convert, turned it over. A half yard was the difference. Raceland would take advantage of that next play. Jacob Waller would run play action, throw it 89 yards to Eli Evans and get the touchdown. Meanwhile, Ashland will respond, getting the ball to near midfield. Another great return by Dalen Farrow, and then Luke McCoy, 5 plays later, would score on a 30-yard touchdown run to tie it up at 7. So now Raceland back to the tee. That's going to be Stiltner on the left, in the middle, Bell and Arnett on the right. 3rd and 5. They need to get to the Ashland 19 for the first down. Waller under center. He goes to Arnett, and he's going to get one maybe. That'll make it 4th and 4 about. So Ashland, great move there. And other scores, thank you to Tim Stevens here. Russell leading Colegrove 14-0 at halftime right now as we're tied at 7 here. Raceland gets back on the line, 4th and 4. They're going back to the tee again. Here, big 4th down coming up for the Rams, and they're going to pitch it out left to Arnett. He's going to take it, and he's dropped down before he can get to the line. Brody Simpkins in on that one. With the 4th and 4 stop, Ashland's defense holds after Raceland starts at the 32-yard line. What great pursuit. Ashland did a great job sticking with the blocks, not letting themselves get moved and staying. That is a great example of staying in position. They did a great job on the running lanes, and that is not an easy formation to stop. Raceland ran that well on us last year. It's now at 7-all, 11:28 to go in the second quarter. Ashland coming out. That's going to be Stutler at quarterback. To his right is going to be Ashby. Simpkins, the H-back on the left. Strader and Hughes on the left side at wideout. It's going to be handed off. Ashby, and he's going to get 1 or 2. I'll make it 2nd and 8 here with 11:20 to go in the second quarter. Tied up at 7 right now. Ashby with his 3rd carry as the Tomcats on their own 27 have it 2nd and 8. Here with 11:08 to go in the second quarter as they're tied at 7. Tomcats right now getting some good runs occasionally. Luke McCoy, though, wow, that one was huge. It's now Hughes and Strader on the left side at wide out. Ashland with 2 backs. Trailer to the left of Stutler. Simpkins to the right. It's handed off to Simpkins, and Raceland gets a big stop in the backfield. A loss of 1, maybe 2. As Ashland, that looked like it was Sean Short and Cade Coldiron that got in there and got him by the ankles and tripped him up. So that's going to make it 3rd and 10 for Ashland here with 10:32 to go in the second quarter. They need to get to the Raceland 35 for the first down. Ashland having a hard time running the ball mostly. Is now McCoy in the backfield with Strader, or with Stutler. 3 wideouts on the left side. Tight end Keys to the right. 7-all here in the second. Stutler's going to drop back. He's under pressure. He throws it to Strader, and he caught. I don't think he got it. He was out of bounds, and that's going to make it 4th down for Ashland. So 2 straight 3-and-outs for the Tomcats here as they're going to get ready to punt again with 10:11 to go here in the second quarter. Stutler now, and again, Raceland got a good push up front. They've been getting a good push on those plays as Ashland now, as Kinser comes back in to punt for the Tomcats. 4th and 10 on their own 25. Arnett lined up about the 42 to return. About his own 42, and Kinser now punt. Oh, it shanks a little bit, and it goes out of bounds near the Ashland 40. It hits the ground and rolls to the Ashland 36. So Raceland again will start 1st and 10, fairly deep, pretty deep in Ashland territory. It's going to be spotted at the 37-yard line. Punt just shanked off his foot. And now with 10:03 to go in the second quarter, we're tied at 7, and Raceland's going to come back out with it 1st and 10 against the Tomcats. Ashland, who just had a good stop there, last set, is now Raceland's going to come back out. That's going to be Waller at quarterback. That's going to be Bell at H-back on the left side. Stiltner to his left. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Tied at 7 here, 10:03 to go in the first. as Waller's going to snap it. He's going to fake it to Stiltner, throws the screen, and it's caught by Evans. He's going to get to about the 34-yard line and get drugged down. Looks like Millett got there, as now that's going to be a gain of 3. So Waller completes his second pass. So Evans has both those receptions, one of those an 89-yard touchdown. As Bell shifts to the right on the H-back spot, Stiltner back there. It's going to be 2nd and 7 on the Ashland 34. 7-all here in the second quarter, 9:32 to go. As Raceland snaps it, they go to Stiltner up the middle. He's going to get to about the 33, maybe the 32-yard line. A gain of 2. So Landon Stiltner gains 1 about. And that's Stiltner's fourth carry. So he is up to 19 yards right now with 9:05 to go in the second. Raceland right back on the line. It's snapped. It's going to Stiltner left. And he's drugged down before he can get back to the first down. That's going to be a gain of about 2 or 3. So McCoy gets him a shoestring tackle. They had a good block on the left side, but Ashland able to pursue there and drag him down. Raceland right back on the line. Waller at quarterback, a back to each side. They need to get to the Ashland 27. As they're tied at 7 here in the second, Waller, I think he's trying to make Ashland jump on this 4th and 4. So now Waller back on the line. He's instructing his lineman, instructing Stiltner. On this 4th down, they're going to let the play clock run down. And that's going to be the case. Looks like Coach Sammons will call a timeout with 8:15 to go here in the second quarter. We're tied at 7. Raceland with the ball, 4th and 4 on the Ashland 31. We're going to take a break and come back. You're watching 97.9 The River.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
McLeod's Body Shop is proud to support the Ashland Tomcats and the community that cheers them on every Friday night. Whether you're headed to the big game or getting back on the road after an accident, you deserve a team you can count on. Trust the collision repair experts at McLeod's Body Shop to return your vehicle to pre-accident condition with quality workmanship and hometown service. McLeod's Body Shop, backing the Ashland Tomcats on the field and our community on the road. Go Tomcats!
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Tied at 7 here, 8:14 to go in the second quarter. Raceland, Stiltner in the backfield to the right of Waller, and shotgun 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. On this 4th and 4 for Raceland on the Ashland 31. As Waller's going to drop back, he's thrown. It's caught by Arnett. I think that's going to be close. I think he got it by... He got to about the 26, so they sent Arnett on just a little post pattern over the middle and completed it for the first down. And that's going to... So Waller now 3 for 3 through the air, 97 yards and a touchdown. Arnett with his first reception, 1st and 10 on the Ashland 26. They're right back on the line. Tied at 7 in the second quarter. Waller is going to hand it off left side. It's going to Arnett. He's going to spin, gain maybe 2 or 3 down to about the Ashland 27, 26-yard line. So that'll be a gain. That'll be right at the Ashland 22, so that'll be a gain of 4 on that play. Raceland's trying to speed up the tempo as they get back to the line. That's going to be now they're going to the I formation, strong right, tied into the right. As Bell's at fullback and Stiltner at the tailback. They go to Stiltner left side. He's going to slide through a defender and get down to the 19, 18, 17-yard line about. That's going to make it 3rd and about 2. So Stiltner down. It's 3rd and 2. Raceland on the 18-yard line. 7:08 to go here in the second quarter. 3rd and 2 Raceland. 7:06. It's tied at 7 right now. Raceland back on the line. I formation. Tied into the right, as that's Bell and Stiltner. They're going to go to up the middle, and that's going to be close. Fullback gets a big pile. I don't know if he got it. And that was Bloss, Landon Bloss, who carried it. And that's going to be about a half yard to 3/4 of a yard short. So now it's going to be fourth again, another fourth down for Raceland. They've had them so far, as they're tied at 7 here with 6:28 to go in the second. Raceland to the tee. That's going to be Stiltner on the left, Bloss in the middle, and Arnett on the right. Waller under center now, and he snaps it. He gives it to Stiltner at the line, and that's going to be close. Fell for it. It's going to depend. That's going to be awful close. I would not be surprised to see another measurement. Ashland had a great disciplined push at the line, but I don't know if it was enough to drag him back. This is going to be a big spot coming up. 6:15 to go in the second quarter. We're tied at 7. Raceland had it 4th and 1 on the Ashland 17. And Ashland got Stiltner at the line, but the question is, did he have enough to get the first down? This is going to be the second big call. That's going to come down to a quarter or half yard on where the spot is. The chains are coming out here. That's going to be awful close. Nav Ashby was marked just short of a first down on Ashland's first possession. We'll see where it is. And it's stretched out, and it's going to be Ashland ball. The Tomcats get the defensive stop. So the Tomcats will take over on their own 17 here with 6:15 to go in the second quarter. We're tied up at 7. This game has been a defensive slugfest so far. These two teams getting after it, as now the Tomcats coming out 1st and 10, although Raceland has forced 3 and outs on Ashland's last 2 possessions. Ashland shotgun Stutler with Simpkins to his right, 2 wide outs on each side on their own, actually about the 16. Ashland will have it. So the Tomcats now, that's Taylor and Hughes on the left side, and Stutler and Millette on the right. Wide out. So 1st and 10 Tomcats here, tied at 7 with 6:15 to go in the second quarter. And the ball, snap, and it's going to be a pass. Quick throw to Strader, and just around him. Again, so Headway got back there, and again, Ashland is not getting great protection back there, but ball's a little bit misfired on that, as that's going to make it 2nd and 10 Tomcats. They are on their own 17 here with 6:13 to go in the second quarter, tied up at 7. So now same formation, 2 wide outs to each side. Simpkins on the left, as now Strader goes in motion, right to left. He's going to cut it up on the jet sweep. Gets to about the 25, close to the 30. I don't think he quite got the first down, but it's going to be close. Probably about a couple yards short, I'd say. But that's going to make it 3rd and 1. So Strader's first carry, and it's for 9 yards on that jet sweep. 5:50 to go in the second. We're tied at 7 here at 3rd and 1. Ashland on their own 26. So now it's going to be Ashland. That's Farrow to the left of Stutler, McCoy to the right. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. It's snapped. They're going to McCoy left side. He's going to take it to the 30. Bulls his way. I think he got it by a yard now, too. Forward progress. McCoy, a big bull back there. He had a carry for 30 yards and a touchdown earlier, and this time he gets the first down for Ashland. Gets up to about the 29-yard line here with 5:28 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 coming up for the Tomcats now, as we're tied at 7. Has it on their own 29. Raceland will get ball to start the second half, as now it's going to be Stutler and McCoy in the backfield. McCoy to the right is Stutler. Farrow and Hughes on the left side at wide out. Millette and Strader on the right. As that's going to be Stutler. He'll get the snap. It's a pass. He's going to drop back. Has time. He's going to heave it deep to Strader. Just over his head. But Raceland had guys back there. Tried to get not a bad play call at all. Strader, who had 3 touchdown catches in the 2 scrimmages that Ashland had. Bryden Bush was back there to defend that, as it's going to make it 2nd and 10 Tomcats. here with 4:56 to go in the second quarter. They're on the far hash mark on their own 29-yard line. As that's going to be Stutler, McCoy to his right, Simpkins to his left, Hughes at the right side, isolated at right out, Strader and Millette to the left. Now it's handed up, McCoy up the middle, and he gets about 5 or 6. He gets to about the 35-yard line.
That was Logan Burks that made the initial hit.
They're going to spot that at the 36. So that'll be a gain of 7. So McCoy nearly squirted through there and lost his footing. And he's up to 40 yards now on his third carry. A 30-yard touchdown run. We're tied at 7 here in the second as it's now 4:29 to go. Ashland needs to get to their own 39 for the first down. As that's going to be Taylor in the backfield to the left of Stutler now. And Simpkins, they go to Simpkins. He's going to go to the left side. First down, 40, 45, 50. And he's brought down at about the Raceland 48-yard line. So a big push. Jonah Arnett catches him, but a gain of 16 for Brody Simpkins on the left side. So Ashland now up to over 100 yards right now, about 124 on the ground. Simpkins on the ground right now. There's stretching his calf, looks like. They're tied at 7 here with 4:13 to go in the second quarter. Ashland and Raceland territory right now. Simpkins pointing to that, looks like a cramp as they're treating that, stretching him out. We're going to take a break here with 4:13 to go in the second. We're tied at 7. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the Better Bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the Better Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Back as Simpkins getting stretched out now on the sideline, trying to get back out there as Ashland will have it 1st and 10 on the Raceland 49-yard line. Ashland a couple good runs on this drive. Strader for 9 yards, Simpkins for 15 yards on the drive, and McCoy with 1 for 7. But right now Ashland getting a little bit more of a push. Those backs getting loose. I feel like they've done their job defensively. Raceland trying to get their backs loose, but Ashland's defense so far has held for the most part. Raceland's score came from a play-action play to start the game. They went deep, 89 yards. Ashland's came from a Luke McCoy 30-yard run. So right now rushing, you have Simpkins with 20. You have Strader 1 for 9, Stutler 3 for 21, Taylor 5 for 19, and McCoy 3 for 40. Yeah, 3 for 40. So 1st and 10 Tomcats on the Raceland 49-yard line as we're tied at 7 here with 4:13 to go in the second. As that's going to be Stutler with Trey Taylor to his right, Millette and Woodman on the right side at wide out, Hughes on the left. So here we go, shotgun formation, 1st and 10. It's snap. They go to Taylor left side, and he's going to but no, he's going to squeeze through for a couple. I thought he was going to get bottled up before he got to the line, and Taylor just continued to drive his feet to get to about the Raceland 46 for 3 yards. So a gain of 3 and a first down. Taylor's second first down running the ball. With 3:48 to go in the second, it's Ashland 1st and 10 on the Raceland 46. McCoy now in the backfield to the right is Stutler. They got both McCoy and Taylor to the right as it's thrown over the middle, caught by Millette. 35 down to the Raceland 30-yard line. sent Millette on an in route. So that'll be the first down through the air for the Tomcats and a gain of 17. So Millette with his first carry. So 1st and 10 Ashland on the Raceland 29. 3:21 to go here in the second quarter at 7-all. As now that's going to be Taylor to the right of Stutler with McCoy. It's McCoy and Taylor are both to the right. Sort of an offset pistol look as Stutler will drop back again. He's going to throw it to Taylor in the backfield. He gets to the 30, 25, close to the 21. Taylor gets down to about the Raceland 20. Great agility. Used his hand to push himself and get that extra yard and a gain of 9. I love the effort of Taylor out there. Trevante Taylor on the reception. Ran out into the flats, and it's 2nd and 1. Tomcats on the Raceland 20. 7-all here with 2:39 to go in the second quarter. As it's 2nd and 1 Tomcats, that's going to be Stutler at quarterback. McCoy now at the H-back on the right. As Taylor's next to him on the right, 2 wideouts right, 1 left. They go to Taylor. He's going to carry it left side. Gets to the 15, stays on his feet down to the 14, 13-yard line, and a first down. Taylor's so much stronger this year. A gain of 7, his 3rd first down on the ground, and he is down to the Raceland 13-yard where it will be Tomcats 1st and 10. Back in the air, Chuck Riss, hello to him, saying Tomcats 1st and 10 is now Stutler with now Dalen Farrow in the backfield to his left. McCoy H-back on the right, 2 wideouts right, 1 left. 1st and 10, Tomcats tied at 7. Strader in motion, right to left. Farrow's going to carry it and get down to about the 10. So that's going to be a gain of 3. 2nd and 7, Tomcats here with 1:49 to go in the half. As it's going to be Tomcats with 1:44, clock continuing to move. It's going to be 2nd and 7 on the Raceland 10. They need to get to the Raceland 3 to get the first down. As we'll see what they call him. Watching for Brody Simpkins. He's walking around on the sideline right now, moving pretty good. Love to see him come back. And hello to Ryan Salyer as well. He had a great message today about just makes us so proud to be a Tomcat. As Farrow to the right of Stutler in the backfield on this 2nd and 7. Strader in motion, left to right, and it's handed off to Farrow up the middle. He's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Tomcats. Farrow carried it right through there. They were watching Strader on the motion for the jet sweep, and Farrow carries it for 10 yards, and the Ashland touchdown as they go up 13-7. Dalen Farrow, who's had returns, getting to the Raceland 30 and the Ashland 48, now carries it up the middle. Ashland with a big push up front on this drive as now McAllister comes in for the kick. Woodman with the hold. And Adkins on the snap. 1:10 to go. It's 13-7 Tomcats as McAllister gets ready for the kick. It's up, and it is good. Ashland takes a 14-7 lead with 1:10 to go here in the second quarter. We'll be back shortly on 97.9 The River.
Friday nights are back, and when the Ashland Tomcats play at home, make Giovanni's of South Ashland part of your game night tradition for just $10. Enjoy the Friday Night Lights dinner buffet, and your drink is included. That's right, all you can enjoy buffet and a drink for just $10 through the end of August. And feed the whole crew with Giovanni's famous 16-inch cheese sticks, just $12. So before you head to the stadium, head to Giovanni's of South Ashland. Giovanni's of South Ashland. Great food, great friends, and Friday night football.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
Tomcats score on a 10-yard run by Dalen Farrow. And a nice drive on that play. 71 yards. The Tomcats is now, 84 yards for the Tomcats as they go the distance and get on the board to make it 14-7. Farrow with the 10-yard run. And McAllister's extra point good is now McAllister back on to kick. That's going to be Bush and Vanderhoof back to return for Raceland. With 1:10 to go here in the first half. 14-7 Tomcats. And now McAllister's kick, it's up, and it's going to be fielded about the 12-yard line as Bush is going to get to the 20, and he's brought down about the 25. So that'll be 1st and 10 Rams with 1:06 to go here in the first half from their own 25. So we'll see what happens as the Rams now, Coach Salmons giving them the play. It'll be 1st and 10 for Raceland. They're going to have it on their own 25. 14-7 Tomcats here with 1:06 to go in the second quarter. Raceland would score first on an 89-yard pass from Waller to Eli Evans before Ashland would score on a 30-yard run by Luke McCoy, and then most recently scoring on a 10-yard run from Dalen Farrow. Raceland now shotgun, back left, 3 wideouts right, 1 left. Ashland in a 4-man front. As Waller's going to snap it, Simpkins back in. He's under pressure, rolls out left, and he throws it, and it's complete. Oh, no, fell out of the hands, I think, or didn't hang on. That scout went through Scout Wilkes' hands there. Almost had it. Had good, but his body's a little awkward on that. How his place. That's a first incompletion for Waller. He's 3 for 4, 97 yards. Waller, who was 71, almost 72% last year, leading 1A in completion percentage. 59.9 seconds to go in the half. Ashland leading 14-7. Raceland with the ball 2nd and 10 on their own 25-yard line. Shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. Stiltner to the left, a Waller in the backfield. As that's going to be handed off, Stiltner's going to carry it right side, and it's going to be a loss of about 2. McCoy got back there, so did J.J. Keys, and that'll make it 3rd and 11 as the clock continues to run. So 14-7, Ashland leading right now, and the clock continuing to run. Here's Raceland will have it 3rd and 11 on their own 24-yard line. As they're going to go 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right, in shotgun, Stiltner to the right of Waller. They need to get to the 35, their own 35, to get the first down. Ashland 4-man front, and rush 3. Waller's going to roll out left, and he's going to carry it. He gets to the 30 and drug down about the 32, 33-yard line, a gain of about 9 with 6 seconds to go in the half. Ashland leading 14-7 here, and that's going to end the first half. So the Tomcats trail or lead 14-7 to close out the first half after a strong drive in the second quarter, capped off by a Dalen Farrow 10-yard run. We're going to take a break and come back shortly. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
McLeod's Body Shop is proud to support the Ashland Tomcats and the community that cheers them on every Friday night. Whether you're headed to the big game or getting back on the road after an accident, you deserve a team you can count on. Trust the collision repair experts at McLeod's Body Shop to return your vehicle to pre-accident condition with quality workmanship and hometown service. McLeod's Body Shop, backing the Ashland Tomcats on the field and our community on the road. Go Tomcats!
Down by 7 with just seconds on the clock. Football can be tough, but managing your money shouldn't be. At Community Trust, banking is easy, seamless, and stress-free with online banking options and 78 office locations. Make deposits, pay bills, or secure a loan, even save for the future. Community Trust Bank. We're building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loans are subject to credit approval.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's fall again. That means football season is here. And Ashland Milling would like to wish the Ashland Tomcats good luck this year. And they want to remind you that now is the time to overseed and fertilize your yard. Falcon Fescue is the #1 turf-type fescue for our area. Ashland Milling would also like to thank the Tri-State for letting us serve you for over 150 years. Let's go Tomcats!
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
Friday nights are back, and when the Ashland Tomcats play at home, make Giovanni's of South Ashland part of your game night tradition for just $10. Enjoy the Friday Night Lights dinner buffet, and your drinks included. That's right, all you can enjoy buffet and a drink for just $10 through the end of August. And feed the whole crew with Giovanni's famous 16-inch cheese sticks, just $12. So before you head to the stadium, head to Giovanni's of South Ashland. Giovanni's of South Ashland. Great food, great friends, and Friday night football.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We're back. It's 14-7. Ashland leading Raceland at halftime. And as expected, a dandy. This just had you knew something bizarre was probably going to come about. Ashland would start returning it as Raceland would defer in the first half. So Dalen Farrow would return the opening kick all the way to the 30-yard line of Raceland. Ashland would go, they would run the ball. There would be a loss on that play. Raceland would get a big push up front. And then the next play, they would sack Tanner Stutler, and it would be about third and about 20. Then Stutler would run it and get about 12 yards to make it 4th and 8. Before he would run it again, and Ashland would get a first down by about a half yard. Then on the next set of downs, it would be 4th and 3 with Mav Ashby carrying it on 4th down, and just got spotted short by about a quarter to a half yard. It was close to where Raceland would take over on their own 11, and they would throw it 89 yards from Jacob Waller to Eli Evans, who and they faked it to Stiltner up the middle, which of course Stiltner, who ran it had a long run on the first play last year. They're not a bad play call at all, and it worked for the Rams. They got up 7-0. Ashland would then have another great kick return from Dalen Farrow. He got up to the 48-yard line of Ashland, and then 5 plays later would score on a Luke McCoy 30-yard run on 3rd and 2. McCoy, who has barreled through there a couple times tonight. So the two teams fought back and forth. Ashland had 2 stops where Raceland had the ball pretty deep inside Ashland territory. Once on the 16-yard line, the two teams traded stops as Ashland would punt to Raceland, Ashland would kick to Raceland after that. So they get it, and Raceland would be forced to punt on after a first down. They go 3 and out. Then Ashland got it, forced to punt. Raceland, but Ashland's punt was a little bit short. Arnett returned it past midfield and got the benefit of a 15-yard late hit call, which only 2 penalties in this game, 1 each way. But our Raceland would start on the Ashland about the 29-yard line. But Ashland's defense, give them credit, they held on 4th down, stopping Raceland in the backfield. But again, the Tomcats would go 3 and out. They would punt. Raceland it would be a shanked punt. And Raceland would get it again deep in Ashland territory, and they would get it down to about the Ashland 16-yard line on 4th and 1, where Ashland was able to stop Landon Stiltner. That's not said very often. The Youngstown State commit, they stopped him out of the T formation. Then Ashland would drive 84 yards, primarily via the run, and score on a 10-yard Dalen Farrow run to make it 14-7 with 1:11 to go in the first half. Then, meanwhile, Ashland would get a stop defensively on Raceland to end the first. Raceland will start the second half with the ball. We're going to look through here some numbers as I'm going to go through my stats here. First off, I'm going to start with the Tomcats, who have done a nice job getting some stops and getting that line. That's what I mean. Their backs are doing a great job keeping their feet moving, and I feel like they're doing a good job forcing Raceland just to have to expend the energy. There's been multiple times I thought Trevonte Taylor was stopped, but he was able to squeeze through. I feel like Trevonte Taylor tonight, he has picked up some hidden yardage and done an outstanding job at it. But right now through the air, Stutler is 3 of 7 for 28 yards on a first down. Simpkins has 3 carries for 20 yards. Right now, Simpkins, who went down with cramps in the first half, they're giving him a lot of hydration and stretching him out on that sideline. We're hoping he can come back in here in the second half. They're going to see. He's walking around good, but we'll see. As Ashby has 3 for 2. Farrow has 3 for 15 and a 10-yard touchdown run. Strader 1 for 9 on the jet sweep. Stutler 3 for 21. Taylor leading in carries, 7 for 27 and 3 first downs. McCoy 3 for 40, 2 first downs and a touchdown run of 30 yards. So Ashland now at a whole, making sure I got my numbers right here, 136 yards for the Tomcats on the ground. Raceland, meanwhile, this shocks me a little bit just because of the presence they have. Stiltner, who had well over 1,000 yards last year, 24 yards on 9 carries right now. A first down, his first carry, outside of his first carry, he has had 24 yards on 8 carries. Outside of his first carry, he's had 12 yards on 7 carries. So the Tomcats so far bottling him up after the first set of carries. Arnett with 3 on 3, Bell with 4 on 2, Waller with 1 carry, no yards, and Bloss with a carry for a yard. Receptions, Eli Evans has the 2 for 92 and an 89-yard touchdown. Arnett has 1 for 4 and a first down. So that's our stats right now. Penalties, Ashland had the late hit on the punt return. Raceland has an offensive face mask. So outside of that, pretty clean game so far. We'll see how that continues to go. But we'll be back here shortly. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Shop from people that care about the bluegrass.
Fast, friendly, and ready when you are. Clark's Pump and Shop.
Hey, stop at Clark's before we hit the pool.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, we care about the community. Download the Clark's Rewards app and save on fuel, snacks, and drinks all season long.
Clark's was a great call.
Cool off at Clark's Pump and Shop.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the Better Bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the Better Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Down by 7 with just seconds on the clock. Football can be tough, but managing your money shouldn't be. At Community Trust, banking is easy, seamless, and stress-free. With online banking options and 78 office locations, make deposits, pay bills, or secure a loan, even save for the future. Community Trust Bank. We're building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loans are subject to credit approval.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's fall again. That means football season is here. And Ashland Milling would like to wish the Ashland Tomcats good luck this year. And they want to remind you that now is the time to overseed and fertilize your yard. Falcon Fescue is the #1 turf-type fescue for our area. Ashland Milling would also like to thank the Tri-State for letting us serve you for over 150 years. Let's go, Tomcats!
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
McLeod's Body Shop is proud to support the Ashland Tomcats and the community that cheers them on every Friday night. Whether you're headed to the big game or getting back on the road after an accident, you deserve a team you can count on. Trust the collision repair experts at McLeod's Body Shop to return your vehicle to pre-accident condition with quality workmanship and hometown service. McLeod's Body Shop, backing the Ashland Tomcats on the field and our community on the road. Go Tomcats!
Down by 7 with just seconds on the clock. Football can be tough, but managing your money shouldn't be. At Community Trust, banking is easy, seamless, and stress-free. With online banking options and 78 office locations, make deposits, pay bills, or secure a loan, even save for the future. Community Trust Bank. We're building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loans are subject to credit approval.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat Football on 97.9 The River.
Tomcats lead 14-7 at halftime, and we're getting ready to start the second half. And I want to say hello to a few friends. I want to say hello to Bill Renzi. I want to say hello to Ryan Salyer. I want to say hello to Steve Lee. Listen, hello to Benji Adkins. Of course, Solomon Green, always a big Tomcats supporter. I want to say thank you also to Rick Sang, one of the great players from the 1975 state championship team, for all he's done and how supportive he's been. I want to say thank you to some people. Arliss Beach, been one of my coaches. I'm very proud to call my coach Jimmy Bentine, who I know tunes in, and of course the Relaford family, Tyler Relaford. We certainly want to remember Steve Relaford and our family in our prayers, and but a big shout out to everybody and a big thank you, and also certainly want to take the opportunity to say hello to Mark Maynard and thank you all for all his support over the years, as we're about 3 minutes until we're getting ready to start the second half. And see how out of season I am right now. I'm like, oh yeah, 10 minute halftime. Oh wait, it's like, yeah, because they tack on the extra 3 minutes. I'm like, oh yeah. So a big thing there, but certainly a great atmosphere here tonight. And I think the Tomcats, they're getting a great push up front, which started happening later in the first half. This line was the question mark for the Tomcats coming in. And right now they've paved the way for unofficially 136 yards on the ground. So, and hello to John Bush and to Ryan Parker as well, two of my good friends here that I tuning in to our great Tomcats, and certainly excited, though. I think if Ashland can continue to get that push, but the second half, Salmons is going to have some kind of adjustment. And let me tell you, with Coach Salmons, anything and everything is on the table. So I've seen him throw toss passes. I've seen him throw screen, the double passes. So who knows what he's going to, I'm sure, go deep into the bag of tricks here in the second half and try to get some momentum going for his Rams. So certainly, and the Rams will start the ball off with a second half with the football. It's 14-7 Tomcats right now. 2 minutes to go here until the start of the second half. But certainly great. And also, again, recognizing Earl Henry, one of our great Tomcat fans who passed, and somebody who's been though, you get these people that volunteer and are very positive and encouraging and bring so much energy to that impact, you can't put it into words. On our radio show this week with Coach Tackett, he's talking about Don Ashby, all he's done for the youth. Like people that have been, and I don't want to get too deep because I know there's a lot of names, but it makes it's Steve Conley, another one, who's put so much into that stadium over at Clark's Pump and Shop Putnam Stadium, doing all the work over the years, helping out. That they make that impact happen, and it just gives a jolt of energy into the community. Won't show up on a stat sheet in a game, but it sure helps make that happen. As now we're under a minute to go, getting ready to start the third quarter. Ashland leading 14-7. Raceland will open up with the ball, and I want to say hello, and I want to send a touchdown to my good friend Michael Walters, class of 2007 and two-time district champion at Ashland. As now the Rams getting ready to start with the football. Ashland coming back out, as that's going to be McAllister coming to kick to start the second half for the Tomcats. He had a couple PATs in the first half, but if Ashland can continue to get that push, that's what we're going to need to carry us through here. Again, not an easy place. I mean, the fans here, they love their Rams. They've got this place packed. The field is surrounded with people. The home stands, I don't think you can move here. Same with the away side. Ashland, a great turnout, and plenty of cars parked out back on the hills. So this place is packed as packed gets. So now that's going to be kicked off. That's going to be again for Raceland. That's going to be Cold Iron that's going to be Cold Iron and let's see, Bush out to kick on. That's going to be Bush. He gets to the 15, brought down before he got to the 20. Or about the 20. That's going to be pretty close. So a good job by Ashland to get there, and that was Noah Thompson with good pursuit on that play. So the Rams will start 1st and 10. They will have it. It'll be actually spotted about the 21-yard line. It's 14-7. Ashland leading Raceland here to start the second half. 11:54 to go. First play of the second half. We'll see what Raceland comes out. It's going to be shotgun, 2 wideouts to each side. That's going to be Waller in the backfield. That's going to be, I believe, Bell next to him. We'll make sure of that. Yeah, it's going to be Bell and Ashland with a 3-man front. As Bell goes in motion to the left. 1st and 10, Raceland. Empty backfield now. 3-man rush. It's a screen. And it's caught by Wilkes, and he's going to drag his way up to about the 29-30-yard line for a gain of 9. So Raceland, and those screens are, I would say the screens are one of their hallmarks. As Scout Wilkes gets the reception, it's going to make it 2nd and 1 now on their own 30-yard line. Here as Waller goes over 100 yards, 11:39 to go here in the third quarter. As it's going to be second and about 2 as Ashland now looks like Taylor cramping up, and I found out, and thanks to my good friend Chris Pullen for telling me this, Pullen who's on the sideline there, Taylor was cramping up a little bit to end the first half, so that will be a part for the second half. I don't see Simpkins out there at this point. Simpkins, who went down clutching his calf before the end of the first half, was being stretched out for cramps. So now Taylor being stretched out on the field as it's 2nd and 2 Raceland right now. They've got it on their own 30-yard line. And I want to take the opportunity first off to thank Lowell Austin, who's back at the studio. Big thank you to him for all he does. Lowell is a very hard worker, and although you don't hear him on the air, his impact is known. He he deals a lot with the sound, with the technology, and something I'm not the greatest with, but he does a wonderful job and is a huge help. A big shout out to him for all he does. As Taylor now gets up and walks off the field on his own, likely to continue to stretch and get some hydration. As now Tomcats, and I stand corrected, I do see Simpkins walking out there, but they're going to that's going to be 2nd and 2. Raceland has it on their own 29 here, 11:39 to go in the third. It's 14-7. Ashland leading Raceland. Stiltner in the backfield to the right of Waller. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Here is Raceland now. Ashland back to the 4-man front. 2 backers there, as that's going to be your 5-man front now, as Stiltner goes in motion to the right. Empty backfield again. Same thing they did last play. Waller, quick strike over the middle. It's caught to about the 35, 36-yard line for a first down as they go to Evans. So Waller to Evans. That's Evans' third reception. That's a gain of 7 and a first down for the Rams. So Raceland now as now they go to shotgun, back to each side of Waller. 14-7 Ashland in the third. Handed off. Stiltner's going to get it left side and get to the 38, 39, maybe the 40-yard line. A gain of about 3. So Raceland trying to do a little dink and dunk to start the second half. As now that's going to be 2nd and about 6 coming up. 10:55 to go here in the third quarter. Raceland at their own 40-yard line. Now an H-back to the right as Arnett's in the backfield to the left of Waller. Ashland 5-man front. They hand it off to Arnett. No, Waller's going to take it left side and get back to about the line. Maybe gain a yard. Waller, his second carry, that's going to make it third. Actually, about third, still about 6. They have it on their own 41-yard line. Need to get to about the 48 to get that first down. So 10:24 to go in the third. It's 14-7, Ashland leading. Raceland now with the ball. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. As that's Arnett in the backfield with Waller on this 3rd down and 6. Waller's going to drop back. Arnett in protection. Waller rolls out right. Simpkins chases him down, and he breaks through, but gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Keys gets in there. So that's going to be mighty gained a half yard. That's going to make it 4th down for the Rams and make a punting situation. So now Ashland good coverage on that. 9:44 to go. 9:41 to go here in the third. It is 14-7, Ashland leading as Waller coming out to punt. Like I said, same Waller. Got to keep your eye on him as he's going to punt. And that's going to be Strader lined up at his own 20 about to return. And another player down for Ashland. Looks like hopefully only cramps. We got a couple guys cramping up out there in the second. We're going to take a quick break. It's 14-7. Ashland leading here early in the third. We'll be back on 97.9 The River.
Friday nights are back, and when the Ashland Tomcats play at home, make Giovanni's of South Ashland part of your game night tradition for just $10. Enjoy the Friday Night Lights dinner buffet, and your drinks included. That's right, all you can enjoy buffet and a drink for just $10 through the end of August. And feed the whole crew with Giovanni's famous 16-inch cheese sticks, just $12. So before you head to the stadium, head to Giovanni's of South Ashland. Giovanni's of South Ashland. Great food, great friends, and Friday night football.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's fall again. That means football season is here. And Ashland Milling would like to wish the Ashland Tomcats good luck this year. And they want to remind you that now is the time to overseed and fertilize your yard. Falcon Fescue is the #1 turf-type fescue for our area. Ashland Milling would also like to thank the Tri-State for letting us serve you for over 150 years. Let's go, Tomcats!
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
Waller punts as it's 14-7 Ashland. His punt hits the 30. It takes a Raceland bounce back to the Ashland. This will be the 21-yard line about, where Ashland will start 1st and 10. That was Simpkins cramping up. Had some calf cramps in the first half. As it's 9:11 to go right now in the third. It's 14-7. Ashland leading over Raceland, and we'll have the football starting out. They're going to come out in shotgun. That's going to be Stutler. With him is going to be Farrow, as Taylor had some cramps in the second half. Hughes isolated on the right side. That's, I believe, McCoy at the H-back position. 2 wideouts to the left. It's handed off to Farrow. No, Stutler's going to carry it right side and spin to the 23-yard line about. Brody Brumfield on the tackle. That'll be a gain of about 1.
Gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
So now Stutler, his 4th carry, 2nd and 9, Tomcats on their own 22. 8:48 to go here in the third. It's 14-7. Ashland in the lead. As now it's going to be shotgun formation. That's going to be McCoy in the backfield to the right of Stutler. And that's going to be, looks like, Farrow to the left of Stutler. Keys at tight end on the right. 2 wideouts left side. 2nd and 9 for the Tomcats. Leading 14-7, and Raceland jumped. Or no, they're pointing to Ashland. We'll see. And I stand corrected. That is going to be a false start. So Ashland, their second penalty. The first, a late hit. Now a false start. That's going to make it 2nd and 14 for the Tomcats on their own 24. Here with 8:22 to go in the first quarter. The Tomcats leading Raceland 14-7. As now Stutler's in the backfield. Farrow to the left. McCoy to the right. Keys tied in on the right. McCoy in motion left. Stutler's going to drop back. Looking for a man open. Not there. He's going to run it right. Gets back to about the 20. A penalty down. And I think that's going to be in the realm of holding, but we're going to see. That's exactly what it is. They're going to call holding on the Tomcats, so that's going to move it back. And that's going to move it back a lot. That's going to be half the distance, as the Tomcats will have it about the 9 here with 8:02 to go in the third quarter. Tomcats 8:03 to go. It's Tomcats leading 14-7. Raceland had that covered pretty well. So that'll make it 2nd and 19 now. We'll see if Taylor comes back in or not. Taylor and Simpkins both. Or no, it's going to be declined, so that's going to make it 3rd and about 11. So they're on decline, so it's going to make it back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll make it 3rd and 10. I can understand, given the deep threats Ashland has, as it's going to be 2 wideouts now. Simpkins the backfield to the left of Stutler. 2 wideouts on each side. 3rd and 10. Tomcats need to get to the Raceland 32 for the first down. Raceland sends 5. Stutler over the middle, but it's incomplete. So it was intended for Strader, and that's going to be incomplete. So 4th and 10 coming up for the Tomcats. So Stutler right now is 3 for 8 through the air, and that's going to make it 4th and 10 Tomcats here on their own 21. As now Kinser comes back in to punt. 7:36 to go in the third, as Arnett lined up at the 50-yard line. Here's it's 4th and 10 coming up for the Tomcats. Oh, Kinser, his punt, and it's snapped. Kinser punt, this time a much higher punt, and Arnett's going to field it about the 46-yard line, and he breaks through Shavers, gets to midfield, and he's brought down by a host of Tomcats.
Arnett on the return.
So Arnett gets right to midfield.
Rams will have it 1st and 10.
So Raceland will have it there as Ashland leads 14-7. As Jace Morris on one of the players in on the stop for the Tomcats, as now it'll be 1st and 10. Raceland now has it. Ashland having some problems with cramps, but right now, but see Taylor's not out there yet, not back yet still, Taylor's back. So Taylor and Simpkins are back. 7:27 to go here in the 7:27 to go in the third. It's 14-7. Raceland now shotgun, and they've had some good starting field position tonight as they are at their own 45. Waller now, 2 wideouts to each side. Waller is going to roll out to the right. Simpkins rushes, thrown and incomplete over the middle. Trying to hit Arnett. The 2nd and 10 now for the Rams. 7:20 Go, 7:20 to go in the third. Is now Samuel down, cramping up. Here, that's 2nd and 10, Raceland on the 50. So I'm not sure what is on here, but Samuel now getting stretched out. We're going to take a break and come back shortly. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Shop from people that care about the bluegrass.
Fast, friendly, and ready when you are. Clark's Pump and Shop.
Hey, stop at Clark's before we hit the pool.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, we care about the community. Download the Clark's Rewards app and save on fuel, snacks, and drinks all season long.
Clark's was a great call.
Cool off at Clark's Pump and Shop.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the Better Bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the Better Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Raceland at the 50, 2nd and 10. Tomcats leading 14-7 here in the third. Is now Waller in the backfield. Stiltner to his right. H back to the right. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. Ashland 5-man front. The ball rolls out to his legs, and Waller has to recover it on his own 39. So just an unfortunate situation there, as that's going to be a loss of 10. They're going to spot it at the 40. But the ball just rolled right there. And again, for Raceland, you're talking about 5 new starters on the offensive line. They're talented, but sometimes you see how it goes with some of these, just as young as they are, still getting the feel of that. As it's going to be 3rd and 20. Now the first down, Raceland needs to get to the Ashland 40 for the first down. 4-man front for Ashland as Arnett's in the backfield with Waller. And Waller's going to drop back. It's a screen. And it's Wilkes catches it and gets to the 42, 43-yard line. A gain of about 3. So Scout Wilkes on the reception. Ashland did a good job not biting on that. Waller dropped back, hoping to lure the defense, but they did a good job staying back and penetrating on Scout Wilkes. So now that'll be a gain. Wilkes, an impressive receiver, I will say. He's a very talented. As now that's going to be a gain of, so that'll be 4th and about 15, as now Raceland back to punt. Max protect. Strader lined up about the 20 as the punt's up, nearly blocked on that one, but that's going to hit about the 30, roll back to the 25, takes a Raceland bounce over to about the 20, where Ashland will start. Ashland, 3 of their last 4 possessions have been 3 and outs, except for the long drive that they had. With 5:40 to go here in the third quarter, Ashland leading 14-7. They'll have the ball on their own 20. Raceland has had starting position on the 50 and in part and 2 where they started deep in Ashland territory. 1 at the 29, 1 about the 32, and a big part of that was, Bars, I know we had a shanked punt, but probably Ashland just inability to move the ball. We'll see what they do on this possession. As now Taylor is lined up to the left of Stutler. Simpkins is the H-back. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 left. Tomcats up by 7 here in the third. Taylor left side, squirts through for about 3. Had a burst of speed, but Arnett got him just when I thought Taylor was going to break loose. Arnett dove and got him by the ankles, and that's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up. So now that'll be that's Taylor's 8th carry as he has 30 yards on 30 yards, 3 on that last attempt. 2nd and 7 now. Ashland with it on the 24. Their own 24. 14-7 Tomcats here. 5 minutes to go in the third. Taylor again, right side, gets up to about close to the 30, about the 29-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5. Arnett on the stop again. So that's going to make it 3rd and 2 for Ashland. Is now a Raceland player down, hopefully just cramps, as that looks to be the case. He's holding his looks like his calf, and that's sure enough what they go to, stretching it out. That's the thing. You get in these types of atmospheres, just some crazy heat outside, and that's what's happening right now. We've had some cramps, and I anticipate we'll have more, but these guys are hydrating. They're doing what they can. We've seen some games like this, especially early in the year, that happens, as now it's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up for Ashland. They'll have it on their own 29-yard line, 4:49 to go here in the third quarter as the Tomcats lead 14-7. Neither team at this point in the third has taken a timeout. And right now for Ashland, Taylor with 33 yards on 35 yards on 9 attempts, 3 first downs running. McCoy with 40 and a touchdown run of 30 yards, and Simpkins with 20 on 3 attempts. So now with 3rd and 2 coming up as the Raceland players up, and that looks like it's Davidson, Brigham Davidson. He's a but they're walking off nicely, and hopefully he'll get stretched out, get back in, and be good to go, as it's going to be 3rd down. Luke McCoy to the left of Stutler at the H-back spot. Simpkins lined up to the right of Stutler at the tailback position. As it's 14-7 Tomcats, they go to Simpkins' left side, and he's met in the backfield. He's going to power up, and that's going to be, I think he's about a half yard short, but I think, and that is going to be the case. That's going to make it 4th and inches for the Tomcats. So Simpkins gets about 1.5 yards. It looked like they had him in the backfield. And now another Ram with a cramp right now. And that's the thing. It's starting to, this heat, it is literally heating up here, as it's going to be 4th, figuratively and literally, it's heating up in the third quarter, as with 4:20 to go, Tomcats lead 13-7. It's cramps. They're stretching him out down there, so we'll be back here shortly. You're listening to 97, or no, we're going to keep it here. Actually, he's up, walking off on his own, looking to see who that is. Going to get a number there, as the home breath out. Looks like it's Brian Toole that's walking off, so just limping a little bit, but hopefully he'll be back and good to go. As that's the thing, and this is a time, and having played in this, I can say, like even after all the camps, and when you get at this level, and you're hitting this hard, and I mean the intensity of the rivalry, and it's going to happen like this. But good to see these guys are getting out there. They're hydrating him right now. Hopefully he'll get back in and back at it. Now it's going to be 4th, and they're going to bring the chains out to measure on there. So that's going to be so the yards. It's short. So Ashland, we'll see what they decide to do. They're going to send the punting unit out. So now Kinzer out to punt. That's going to be Woodman lined up back there with him. Arnett at about his own 41. Back to return. 4th and 1 for Ashland. And it's snapped. Kinzer's going to get it, and it's a punt. Goes high, bounces. Arnett's going to field it about the 37. He goes to the 40, up to about the 45, and Ashland with a big hit there. And that was Mav Ashby who got back there. So Raceland will start 1st and 10 from their own 44. Coming up, 14-7 Tomcats here with 4:05 to go in the third. But the Tomcats this half 2 possessions, and now 4 of their last 5 have been straight 3 and outs. So Raceland will have it now, 1st and 10 on their own 44 coming up. So now that's going to be Waller in the backfield. Going to be Bell with him. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 to the left. Out of shotgun on this 1st and 10. So that's going to be Bloss to the left of Waller. Waller's going to drop back under pressure, escapes, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and McCoy gets him along with Woodman. He might have gained a yard. So now and
2 players down.
So 2 players down, Keys, and for Ashland, looks like Weaver down cramping. 2nd and 9 coming up for Raceland. 3:52 to go in the third quarter as it's 14-7. Ashland leading right now. Raceland starting off on with its second, and they'll have it 2nd and 9 on their own 45 coming up.
Student section, Raceland's in the.
So now as Weaver jogs off, and that's going to be keeping your final score again. Thank you to Tim up here with me. Russell defeats Colgrove 34-0. So a good win for Russell. I know we're looking to replace some key players from last year's regional finalist team. As now Ashland will come back out. That's going to be Weaver and Avian Lee that are coming out of there. 2nd and 9, and they'll hopefully get stretched up back in there. 14-7 Ashland here with 3:52 to go in the third. As it's 2nd and 9 on their own 45. Bloss in the backfield to the left of Waller. 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Ashland 4-man front on this 2nd and 9. Man in motion right to left, and it's going to be a jet sweep. And it's going to be Filler. He has a good, Stiltner carries it to about, it's close to the first down, I think. Though it looks like he's going to have had it by about a half yard on the jet sweep. Had a good push on that left side, and he just slid right through there. Had a burst of speed, and Stiltner gets his largest run since his first carry, which was for 12 yards. Stiltner at 37 on 11 right now. Raceland right back on the line, 1st and 10. Shotgun, a halfback and H-back to the left. It goes to Stiltner up the middle, and he's going to get maybe 1 falling forward. Ashland's defense collapses inside. So Stiltner now with 37 on 12. So now Raceland a player down cramping here with 3:25 to go in the third. You can see the frustration on these guys. That's Stiltner. You can see him just punch the ground there, just the frustration from that. Oh. Stiltner down. They're going to attend to him. We're going to take a break and come back here. 2nd and 10 coming up for Raceland. We'll be back here shortly on 97.9 The River.
Down by 7 with just seconds on the clock. Football can be tough, but managing your money shouldn't be. At Community Trust, banking is easy, seamless, and stress-free with online banking options and 78 office locations. Make deposits, pay bills, or secure a loan, even save for the future. Community Trust Bank. We're building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loans are subject to credit approval.
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat Football on 97.9 The River.
14-7 Ashland, 3:25 to go in the third. Raceland with it, the 2nd and 10 on the Ashland 46. Stiltner thankfully able to power up and walk off on his own will. Raceland now in shotgun with 2 wideouts to each side, back left. Waller's going to drop back. He's under pressure, rolls right, and he throws it, and it's caught for a first down. That's Evans, and that'll be a gain of 13. Evans with his fourth reception.
First down.
So that'll be, now that will put Waller at 126. Evans now surpasses 100 yards receiving. I have him at 112 on this first down. So after that 13-yard gain, so 1st and 10 on the Ashland 34 here for Raceland. Ashland leading 14-7. And shotgun back right, H back left. Waller now is going to roll left, throws, and it's caught on the left side on the out. And that is Vanderhoof on the catch. That's going to be a gain of 8 now. So that's going to be in Raceland right back on the line. So Vanderhoof now on the catch, 2nd and 2. And now Woodman down on the 2nd and 2. It's 14-7. Ashland leading right now, right in the third, but Raceland on a drive with some momentum. Ashland just having a hard time moving the ball this quarter. Raceland's picked up a couple first downs in the here and there, but Ashland just no ball movement right now. And to the Rams' credit, they've done a pretty good job defending in that secondary. I mean, you saw Hughes and you saw Strader get loose on the offensive side deep, and the Rams have done good getting back there and preventing that. Of course, Arnett rated, I saw one side that had him rated as the #1 quarterback in all of 1A this year. So defending the deep pass quite well, as now Woodman being stretched out down there, as it's going to be 2nd and 2, as we're still waiting to return shortly here, as that's 14-7 right now. But Stiltner right now, I anticipate, will be back in the game. He got off and powered off nicely. With 37 yards from 12 carries right now for Stiltner. Here is Woodman still being tended to down there. Woodman, and what a hard play he's been for this Tomcats. He's done a lot as they're stretching him out, but Woodman, who's put his heart into it, played some defensively last year, but served as a return man last year and made some noise. But right now, part of the problem, I think Raceland's worst starting position, with the exception of the kick return, was their worst starting position was about their own 45, except for after the 2 Ashland scores and the kickoff returns. That's the only time. Raceland's had starts from the 50, from the 29, from the 32. They've had some starts deep in Ashland territory, and this defense has held up multiple times here tonight. And right now, Ashland leading 14-7 here late in the third, as Woodman's going to be helped off. They stretched him out, and he's going to be helped off the field right now. Hopefully we'll see him return soon, as it's 2nd and 2 for Raceland. Coming up with as that Raceland will have it 2nd and 2 on the Ashland 26. So now that's going to be Waller back there, Waller and Bell, and Arnett as well. Bell's going to go to the H-back spot on the left. Arnett will be the tailback on the left. 14-7 Ashland, 2:26 to go here in the third. As Waller try to get Ashland to jump, they don't. He's going to snap. Waller rolls out under pressure, heaves it right and incomplete. Out of bounds. That'll make it 3rd and 2. Raceland. That is Waller had completed 3 straight passes, and 5 of his last, actually, let's see, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6 of his last 8 before that incompletion. So 3rd and 2 now 6 of his last 8. 3rd and 2 for Raceland on the Ashland 26 right now. 2:16 to go in the third. It's 14-7, Tomcats leading, as now Raceland with the tight end on the line. H-back to the right, and Arnett to the left of Waller. Arnett's going to get it. Hall on the right side, enough for him to get 4 yards and get down to the Ashland 22 for the first down. So now that'll make it 1st and 10 on the 22 for Raceland, as they are getting deeper and deeper into Ashland territory here in the third quarter. 2:04 remaining. As now Bloss comes back in at the tailback spot. That's going to be 2 wideouts to each side for Raceland and shotgun. Bloss to the left of Waller. 1st and 10 Rams on the Ashland 22. And Waller's going to drop back. It's a screen to Arnett. He catches it, gets to the 20, down to the 15. And he gets down, finishes about the 13 of Ashland. That's going to be close to the first down. So Raceland and that's what Salmons loves to do. They will stretch out. They try to stretch that field out side to side and force you have to cover a lot of territory, and that they do. That's Arnett's second reception. And now it's going to be second, actually about 2 on the Ashland 14. And Ashland calls a timeout, the first for either team here in the second half. So now Coach Tackett gets the team. We're going to take a break and come back here on 97.9 The River.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
Tomcats leading 14-7 here with 1:16 to go in the third, but Raceland is in the red zone. They have it 2nd and 2 on the Tomcat 14 as Stiltner now back in. He is to the right of Waller in the backfield, and he's going to carry it left side, goes up the middle, gets the first down to the 10, 9, maybe the 8, about the 8-yard line. So Landon Stiltner now. Stiltner with his third first down, and that's going to put Raceland on the Ashland 10 with 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. Ashland had 14-7 at the moment, but Raceland started this drive on their own 45-yard line. So now they're going to have it 1st and goal from the Ashland 9. So now it's as Ashland leading Raceland 14-7, but this will be a big test for the Ashland defense. The difference this half with Raceland is how they're spreading the field out. They're going to those screens, and they're using the screens to try to draw Ashland off and get the inside run going for them. The teams are in huddle right now. It's a timeout call. Did not. We'll see, but officials are discussing something. But 1:10 to go here in the third. It's 14-7. Ashland in the lead right now. Raceland will have it 1st and goal from the 9 at this point. But Raceland has utilized those screens here in the second half to open some things up for them. Ashland did a great job in the first half, preventing Raceland from getting. Their biggest run was the 12-yarder by Stiltner on his first carry. If you're just tuning in, Ashland would start on the Raceland's 30 after a huge return, but Raceland would hold on 4th and 1, stopping Ashby. Looks like he was stopped by a half yard, and then Raceland would score on the next play, an 89-yard pass from Waller to Evans, throwing deep. Then Ashland would respond, though. They would return the kick to the 48, their own 48, would drive to the 30, and then McCoy would score from a 30-yard run. Then the teams would exchange several times as they would exchange the ball, as they had back and forth punts, and then Ashland, though, when starting with it on the 16, would go 84 yards to make it 14-7, and that's where we're at. I was capped by a 10-yard Dalen Farrow run. Raceland now with it. 1st and goal from the Ashland 9. Rams a formation shift, shotgun right to left, and they go to Stiltner. He's going to get to the 7 about. He's tripped up there with 54 seconds to go in the third, as that's going to make it 2nd and goal from the 7 for Raceland. So now the Rams clock moving right now here late in the third, as Stiltner's in the backfield still with Waller. That's going to be Bloss on the H-back position on the right out of the shotgun. Rams with 2 wideouts to the left. Waller's going to take it, try for a screen. Flags fly, and it looks like Ashland was offsides. So that will be the case. So Ashland's third penalty, so that's going to be, they've had a late hit for 15, a false start, and an offsides for 5. Raceland with a 5-yard offensive face mask in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 3. Raceland to the T now. Stiltner, Boss, and Arnett in the backfield. They go to Stiltner. He runs it right, and he's got the edge. He beats Ashland around it to get into the end zone with 6.2 seconds to go in the third quarter, as it's now 14-13. Ashland still clinging to a 1-point lead here in the third. So Stiltner now gets in from 4 yards as Ashland will go, or Raceland will come out to kick it. So it's 14-13. Raceland for the PAT to tie it here with 6.2 seconds to go in the third, and Raceland drives 55 yards for the score. Ashland's just got to get some ball movement. They had that 84-yard drive in the second, but outside of that, 4 of their 5 drives have been 3 and out. And it's kicked up. It looks good way up there, and it is good. So we're tied at 14 with 6.2 seconds to go here in the third. We're going to take a break and come back. You're listening to 97.9 The River.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Tied up at 14 with 6.2 seconds to go here in the third. Landon Stiltner scores on a Youngstown State commit on a 4-yard run. As Raceland had a 12-play, 55-yard drive. Again, they're spreading it out. They're throwing those screens more, and I feel like that's helped them in terms of getting Ashland off guard a little bit. As the Rams coming back out now to kick. That's Morris coming in. As with 6.2 seconds left to go in the third, Farrow is back to return. Farrow along with Jalen Strader. So now we are tied at 14 here as Ashland will have the ball. Got to get some movement on this. Maybe, hopefully another if they can get it to maybe another big return. Ashland's starting to creep up as he stands just a little bit back, and it's a short, high kick. It hits the ground at the 30, and Raceland got it. Raceland, Ashland not very aware on it. They kicked it high. It bounced way up there, and Raceland did a much better job on that play of covering downfield. A bit of a gamble. It hits the ground at the 30 and bounces right into Raceland hands. So that's going to give Raceland the ball back. 1st and 10 on the Ashland 28 with 4.3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Ashland just not good awareness shown on that play. They started to creep up a little bit when they noticed that the kicker standing back just about 3 yards and from the ball. He didn't go all the way back, so Ashland stood, but not good. Raceland out-hustled Ashland on that play. Is now that Raceland going to shotgun. That's Stiltner in the backfield with Waller. Bloss, the H-back on the right. Waller's staying back, and he's going to try to go deep. A flag down in the realm of holding, and it goes to Evans. It's incomplete. So it's going to be likely holding on Raceland. We will see what the... That's the last play of the third, and that is the case, holding on Raceland.
So it will be a 10-yard penalty on Raceland, so it will be first down.
The Raceland's second penalty of the game. That will make it first and... We'll see where it's spotted officially. They have it on the Ashland 28 starting out. So we conclude the third quarter. We're knotted up at 14. Raceland will have it 1st and 20 to start the fourth here on 97.9 The River.
McLeod's Body Shop is proud to support the Ashland Tomcats and the community that cheers them on every Friday night. Whether you're headed to the big game or getting back on the road after an accident, you deserve a team you can count on. Trust the collision repair experts at McLeod's Body Shop to return your vehicle to pre-accident condition with quality workmanship and hometown service. McLeod's Body Shop, back in the Ashland Tomcats on the field and our community on the road. Go Tomcats!
Friday nights are back, and when the Ashland Tomcats play at home, make Giovanni's of South Ashland part of your game night tradition for just $10. Enjoy the Friday Night Lights dinner buffet and your drinks included. That's right, all you can enjoy buffet and a drink for just $10 through the end of August. And feed the whole crew with Giovanni's famous 16-inch cheese sticks, just $12. So before you head to the stadium, head to Giovanni's of South Ashland. Giovanni's of South Ashland. Great food, great friends, and Friday night football.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
We're back starting the fourth quarter. We're tied up at 14. The Rams will have it 1st and 20 on the Ashland 38 as they recovered an onside kick, and a very high kick on that last play, just when it looked like Ashland was going to get it back. And 1st and 20 for Raceland after a holding penalty called as they try to hit Evans on the post pattern to score. As now Raceland going left to right. Ashland will go right to left on your dial. As now it's going to be 1st and 20 coming up. Ashland's defense got to get a stop here. As now we'll see what they do. Raceland has been calling. They've gone to the air much more in the second half. As now Waller's coming out with Arnett and Stiltner in the backfield. Arnett to the left of Waller. Stiltner, the H-back on the right side. 2 wideouts right, 1 left. 1st and 20 for Raceland. It's snapped, low snap. Waller bobbles it and gets tackled for a loss in the backfield. As Dalen Farrow got back there, that's going to be a loss of about 5. So we'll see what the... So, excuse me, that was the last play. They called it because I thought usually they did do that. They called we're just going to keep it here, but they called that because usually they play one more play, but they started it if it looked like it was but it's right now tied at 14. Raceland is going to have it on the Ashland 42, 2nd and 24. They've had 2 low snaps so far tonight. One was an 11-yard loss, and the other just now about a 5-yarder. But we'll see that Raceland has moved the ball so much better in the second half compared to the first half. They tried, I think, to attack mainly through the run in the first half, with the exception of that deep pass to where they scored from 89 yards to open it up. And if you're just tuning in, Ashland opened up, returning the ball to the Raceland 30 before getting stopped on downs by a yard, half yard maybe, and Raceland would score that next play as Waller threw to Evans, 89 yards for the score. Meanwhile, Ashland would respond. They would again return the kickoff to the 48, their own 48, as 5 plays later, McCoy would score from 30 yards out. Meanwhile, after exchanging the ball several times, neither team getting much movement, Ashland would get an 84-yard drive, capped off by a 10-yard Dalen Farrow run to make it 14-7. And then late in the third, Landon Stiltner would score on a 4-yard run, as now it's 2nd and 24 for Raceland on the Ashland 42. Here to start the fourth quarter, Raceland going left to right on your dial, Ashland right to left. As Waller's going to take it, hand it off to Stiltner. He's looking for room and gets knocked down at about the Ashland 40. A gain of 2. Stiltner now past 50 yards here, and it's going to be 3rd and 22 about on the Ashland 40. So now with 11:36 to go in the fourth quarter, we are tied at 14. So now Raceland will go shotgun, 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Stiltner to the left of Waller in the backfield. They may try to go to Stiltner here and try to make this more fourth and manageable. As Waller, Ashland 3-man front, and he's going to Waller under pressure, rolls out to the left. He's going to run it, gets to the 35, to the 33, and tackled about the 32-yard line. That's going to make it Raceland 4th and about 14. And we'll see where it's officially spotted at the 32. So that'll be Game Waller with an 8-yard run on that play. Waller, and we have a couple guys down, one on each side. Looks like we're going to take a break and come back. It's tied at 14, 10:47 to go in the fourth here on 97.9 The River.
Hey, Tomcat fans, it's fall again. That means football season is here. And Ashland Milling would like to wish the Ashland Tomcats good luck this year. And they want to remind you that now is the time to overseed and fertilize your yard. Falcon Fescue is the #1 turf-type fescue for our area. Ashland Milling would also like to thank the Tri-State for letting us serve you for over 150 years. Let's go Tomcats!
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
We're coming back. It's going to be 4th and 14 for the Tomcats. As it's, again, more Ashland having a player stretched out. Trevontae Taylor has been having some cramps this game that have been bothering him. He's continuing to fight through it as Dalen Strader walking out now. It looks good walking out. Hopefully we'll see him back in. It's going to be 4th and 14 for Raceland on the Ashland 32. They need to get to the Ashland 18 to get the first down. 14 all here in the fourth quarter as Rams come out and shotgun 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Landon Stiltner lined up to the left of Waller in the backfield. Ashland 4-man front. As now it's going to be snapped. Waller drops back. Stiltner protects. Waller rolls right. He's going to try to run it. He has room. 35 gets to the 20. I don't think that's going to be close. I don't think he got it, but he tried to leapfrog. That's going to be close. He got back. It looks like they're spotting it about the 20, the 19. We're going to see where the official spot is. This is the third time in this game it's come down. It looks like he's going to be about a yard short. As that was 4th down, we'll get the official calls. Rams wanting the chains. We looked. So we're going to see. So officials are going to take a look. I think based on my angle, and angles can tell, sometimes make the difference in a lot of things, but it looked like, I don't think he got it from my angle, but we're going to see where the official spot is. No, they are. Ashland's going to come out on offense. So we're tied at 14 now, so they aren't going to measure. So Stutler with Ashby in the backfield to his right. Hughes on the left side isolated. 3 wideouts to the right. 1st and 10 Tomcats on their own 19, 20-yard line. We're tied at 14. Stutler, and it's thrown nearly picked off. Bobbled around. Right in Braxton Key's hands, got it and dropped it. Ashland very, very fortunate. We are so that wasn't a pick. Just we caught it and then sort of fell down, bobbling the football. As now that's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Tomcats, who do not have a first down in this half, as Trey Taylor is now in the backfield with Stutler. Same formation. Stutler's going to pitch it to Taylor, and he's going to take it right side of the 20, 25. Stutler's loose. Or Susie Taylor to the 45, 50. Down the sideline he goes. Taylor to the 20, to the 10. Taylor's going to run it into the end zone. 81 yards for the Tomcats score with 10:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Trevontae Taylor's been fighting this whole game, and now he breaks one loose. He's fighting cramps. He's fighting for extra yardage, and now he gets it done in the fourth to make it 20-14 Tomcats with 10:14 remaining. Taylor now above 100 yards on the ground. I unofficially have him at 116. What a burst of speed down that right side by Taylor as an Ashland player down, being treated. We're going to take a quick break and come back. You're listening to 97.9 The River, 20-14. Ashland to attempt the PAT.
Shop from people that care about the Bluegrass.
Fast, friendly, and ready when you are. Clark's Pup and Shop.
Hey,
Hey, stop at Clark's before we hit the pool.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, we care about the community. Download the Clark's Rewards app and save on fuel, snacks, and drinks all season long.
Clark's was a great call.
Cool off at Clark's Pump and Shop.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Trevonte Taylor jets down the right side, 81 yards for the score. As Mav Ashby went down on that play, he's walking off on his own power. Good to see as Taylor with over 100 yards now. I have him at 116. That's unofficial. And now in the kick will be McAllister. Ashland leading 20-14 with 10:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Ashland without a first down in the second half, and then Raceland bobbled an interception. Almost had it there. We were very fortunate. And now Taylor, though, the next play takes 81 yards for the score. As now McAllister will kick coming up for the Tomcats here. Ashland ahead 20-14 right now. 10:14 to go in the fourth. As now, and it's snapped. Kicks up and down the middle. It's good. 21-14 Tomcats. We're going to take a break here with 10:14 to go in the fourth. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the better bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the better bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Trevonte Taylor scores on an 81-yard run. It's now 21-14. Tomcats in the lead with 10:14 to go in the ball game as Ashland comes out to kick. McAllister the kick again. Raceland. Let's see. Raceland sending out the. I'm having a little time on my vision here. So that's going to be Bush and Vanderhoof back to return, making sure that was Bush. It is. So now that's going to be kicked off. McAllister, again, who's quite an asset on that soccer team as well. Picked up a big 2-1 win last week against Newport Central Catholic. Considered a big upset for that young team. McAllister now to kick off for the Tomcats. And it's a high kick. It's going to go fielded about the 5. And that's going to be taken by Bush. He gets to the 20, cuts at the 25, has an opening at the 30. And did I see I saw something fly. I don't know if that was a flag or not. So I'm not sure we've seen. So we're going to see what this is. Flags down. 21-14 Ashland, 10:06 to go in the fourth. Raceland will have the ball. And we're going to see what happens here. There were two penalties, it looks like. Raceland will get called for holding. So Raceland will get called for a hold, and Ashland will get called for a late hit. So that'll make it. Raceland should start with it at the 36. That will net them 5 yards as they got 15 or 10 for the hold, and then Ashland the late hit. Ashland their second late hit tonight, as they have 40 yards in penalties, and Raceland has 2 holds and a 5-yard face mask on the offense for 25. First and 10 Rams on their own 36. Stiltner in the backfield next to Waller. Has Ashland 5-man in front. Waller on the screen, caught by Arnett. He gets to the 40, close to the 45, where he's drugged down. That's going to make it 2nd and 1. So Raceland again continues to utilize those screens. They're reading that Ashland line, how they're coming up. and sort of adjusting based on that. Arnett, his third reception, he's up to 22 yards as Waller surpasses 150. 21-14 Ashland here in the fourth. Waller now with Stiltner in the backfield. He's going to hand it off right side. Stiltner looking for room. 45 close to the 50. Gets out of bounds after the stiff arm, and he's going to get 7 and a first down. So Stiltner up to 58 yards now on 16 carries, along with 4 first downs and a touchdown run of 4 yards. 21-14, Ashland leading with 9:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. First and 10, Raceland from the Ashland 48 now. As after the Stiltner first down, Stiltner on the right of Waller with an H-back there on the right. As I go up the middle, Stiltner now, and he's going to be met right at the line. Ashland, great pursuit to the line on that play. Great sportsmanship by both teams as well. As that tackle was made by Trent Gist, who got back there. Gist, who's had a great showing at camp this year. That really stood out, and he's worked hard, gotten in there, and he's shown so much passion for this team. As it's going to be 2nd and 10 Rams now on the Ashland 48. 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 21-14, Ashland leading. 5-man front for the Tomcats. Raceland pistol strong left. Stiltner left side. He gets it 35-40 and goes down to about the Ashland 35. Had some strong blocks on the left side, and that's going to be a gain of 13.
First down.
So that's going to make it 1st and 10 Raceland from the Ashland 35. So Stiltner get his longest run of the night. His first carry was 12 yards, and that was his biggest at 13. Stiltner coming off and getting a little bit cramped, it seemed like. 1st and 10 now for Raceland. Waller with Arnett to his left. They go to Arnett right side. He's going to cut it up the middle and power through for 1 or 2 down to about the Ashland 33. Simpkins in on that as Arnett with his 5th carry. So as now Raceland player cramping up and being stretched out down there. 2nd and 8 for the Rams will have it on the Ashland 33. 8:15 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 21-14 Tomcats. Right now we'll be back here shortly on 97.9 The River.
Down by 7 with just seconds on the clock. Football can be tough, but managing your money shouldn't be. At Community Trust, banking is easy, seamless, and stress-free with online banking options and 78 office locations. Make deposits, pay bills, or secure a loan, even save for the future. Community Trust Bank. We're building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loans are subject to credit approval.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
8:15 to go here in the fourth quarter as Raceland still with the player being stretched out. As if you're just tuning in, this game has been every bit as wild as the score shows. Raceland would score first after stopping Ashland at the Raceland 11 by a yard on 4th and 3. As meanwhile, Raceland player gets up, and that is Jordan Stewart being helped off getting off on his own will. He cramped up out there. They stretched him up. He's moving good. Hopefully he'll get back in here in a bit. We've had a lot of cramps tonight both ways, as Raceland will have it 2nd and 8 on the Ashland 33. But Ashland scored on a 30-yard Luke McCoy run, and the first followed by Ashland on a 10-yard Farrow run. Raceland would tie it at 14 off a 4-yard Stiltner run late in the third. And then Taylor would break loose for 81 yards. He'll let 81 as Ashland made it 21-14. Raceland in shotgun back right. As Waller under pressure, he rolls out to the left, just got loose, and Keys drags him down at the line. Waller was slipping through there almost and just about got through the Ashland hands. It looked like they had him at the line. Waller has been so slithery in how he's moved out there, and just when you think you've got him down, he finds a way to get out of there and make something happen. So that'll actually be a loss of a yard for Raceland. So now it's going to be 3rd and about 9 for Raceland, as they need to get to the Ashland 25 for the first down. They're going to come out. That's going to be Bloss in the backfield to the right of Waller. 2 wideouts lined up on each side. 21-14 Tomcats. 7:24 to go in the fourth. As it snapped, Waller, as Ashland sends pressure, and Gist he slides through the tackle. Waller again getting back there, but Lee gets him at about the 42-yard line. That's the thing. Waller, he's a dancer back there. It looked like Trent Gist had him on the left side, and he just kind of froze and slid out of the tackle, moved around, and credit to Ashland's coverage. It didn't look like anyone was heavily open on that. So Ashland sending Gist off the left side, blitzing him, and that's going to make it 4th and about 18 coming up for the Rams as they come out in punt formation. They're sending in the big guy to kick. So that's going to be Morris coming out there now as Ashland lines up straighter to return about their own 10. 6:28 to go in the fourth. It's 21-14 Ashland. Morris, high kick way up there. It hits about the 7-yard line, and Raceland, it takes a bounce in their favor, and they get it at the Ashland 1. So a great kick by Seth Morris, and now Ashland will start at 6:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, but from their own 1-yard line. I feel like an area Raceland has had an edge tonight has been in field position, and again, on that play, they find a way to make it work. So now that's 1st and 10 from, wow, more like seeing the spot. Looks like the more, he must have touched that like right at the half-yard line. Ashland with about 99 and a half to go for the score. 21-14 Tomcats, 6:20 to go here in the fourth. As that's going to be Taylor getting it up the middle, and he's going to squeeze through to about the 5. So that's going to make it 2nd and 5 for the Tomcats. Taylor, look. A little bit of wiggle room there as that's going to be 6:04 to go here in the fourth. Ashland up 21-14, and now Ashland will have it 2nd and 5 from their own 6-yard line. As the Tomcats are going to break huddle, that's going to be Stutler in the backfield. That's going to be Taylor to his right. Keys to the left at tight end. And it looks like Simpkins at the H-back on the right side. So now Strader in motion, left to right. They fake it to him and give it to Taylor. He's going to wiggle his way for 4 or 5 more before getting. That's going to be close. He may have that. And they motion for the chains to move. So Trevante Taylor with the first down. He's up to 127 on the ground on 12 carries. 4 first downs and a touchdown. As with 5:28 to go here in the fourth, Ashland will have it 1st and 10 on about their own 12. So that's going to be Stutler, Taylor to his left in the backfield, Simpkins the H-back on the right, Keys the tight end on the left. Now a shotgun, a wide out on each side. As Stutler now, Raceland 5-man front, and he hands it to Taylor, and he's going to get through the line for about 4 or 5 more, up to about the 17-yard line.
Taylor on the carry. Line of scrimmage, and then somehow he's found a way to score 3 and pick up 3, 4, 5 yards at a time.
So Taylor past 130 now on the ground with 4:45 to go here in the fourth. 4:46. It's 2nd and 5 for the Tomcats on their own 17 as they lead 21-14. As now Stutler. Stutler will call it. That's going to be Hughes and Strader on the right side at wideout. Simpkins in the backfield now with Stutler. He's to the right of him, and Stutler's going to take it. Quarterback sweep to the right. He's going to spin through for 2 or 3, up to about the 20. So that's going to make it 3rd and 2 for the Tomcats here with 4:11 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Makes it a gain of 4, and he'll be 3rd and 1.
So now, under 4 minutes to go, 3rd and 2 Ashland. Big play coming up here, as that's going to be Hughes isolated on the left at wideout, and Stutler on the right. That's going to be Simpkins to the right of Stutler. And Ashland tight end on the right. They hand it to Simpkins up the middle. He's going to carry it right side. That's close. Oh, that might be short by about a half yard. Raceland sent a blitz on that right side to try to attack that area. Bryson Toole now looking to, looks like possibly that's going to be another situation. We see the chains coming out. I think the way it's spotted, it looks like it's about a quarter to half yard short from my angle. Of course, we'll see. But that's going to be.
This is short. There's no way Ashland could try to go for this. Now they could try.
And they're going to stretch it. And he got it. He got it by about barely. Wow. So Simpkins able to get it done. A big 2 yards and a first down for Ashland with 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Tomcats ahead 21-14. They will have it 1st and 10 on their own 22-yard line. As Ashland right now, some quick math, 25, 40, 49, 77. They're over two. They're about 248 off on the ground. As now 3:29 to go. That's going to be Ashland with a strong right. Here, H-back to the left out of shotgun. And it's a fake. Stutler's going to launch it deep. And it's nearly picked off by Raceland. They tried to hit straighter deep. We might have had Hughes there on the left side, but Bush deflects it with 3:20 remaining. Ashland tried to go deep to straighter, and Bush breaks that up. He almost had the interception. So Stutler now 3 for 10 with a first down and 28 yards through the air. Ashland now, the clock stopped at 3:20. Ashland 21-14. So now with Ashland with Simpkins in the backfield and Stutler. He's going to fake it to Simpkins, carry it right side and gain 2 or 3. So that's going to make it 3rd and 8. Now with 3:11 to go here in the fourth. Stutler on his 6th carry. Oh, that could be only going for the deep ball there. As Ashland 3rd and 8 on their own 24. They need to get to their own 32 to get the first down. As we are at 2:49 to go in the fourth. Ashland now Trey Taylor in the backfield to the right of Simpkins. Ashland that line strong right. As it snaps, Stutler's going to fake it to Simpkins. He squirts through, and again, that's going to be close. Right at the yard marker. Stutler just squirted through the middle there. We're going to see where it's spotted. It's going to come down to a measurement again, likely. We'll see where this is, and they're going to motion it a first down.
First down, Ashland. First down, Ashland. And now Raceland.
Well, they're not going to see them bring it, so it's going to be a first down. Tomcats now. Raceland has all 3 timeouts remaining with 2:33 to go. Stutler, a gutsy run up the middle there. As it's 21-14 Ashland. As now Taylor in the backfield with Stutler. As Simpkins, the H-back on the right. Keys, the tight end on the left, out of the shotgun. Wide out on each side. 2:16 to go. Has 12 on the play clock. Stutler not wasting any time there. He's taking his time up there. As 5 on the play clock. It's snapped. It's going to go to Taylor, and he's going to get drugged down before he can get to the line. I anticipate a Raceland timeout here. Raceland a good push up front on that play. So 2:01 to go here in the fourth quarter. 21-14, Ashland leading. We're going to keep it here. Ashland with the football. Raceland has 2 timeouts remaining. So that's going to make it 2nd and 10. Or second, actually about, we'll see if they mark it, I guess, forward progress. They're going to put it about it'll be still 2nd and 10 for the Tomcats. So now they'll have it as a timeout called. If you're just tuning in, early on, Raceland would draw first blood as Ashland had a huge return to open the game, getting to the Raceland 30. Would make it 4th and 3 at the Raceland 11. Turned it over on downs. Raceland the next play would go deep Waller to Evans and score on a play action. First play for them, 89 yards for the score. Ashland would bounce right. They come right back. They get to the 48 on the kick return. Raceland would go, Ashland would run with Luke McCoy, 30 yards for the score. A few possessions later, Ashland would get it back, go 84 total yards on with capped by Dalen Farrow, 10-yard run to make it 14-7. Then in the second half, Raceland would go 40 yards late in the third to make it 14 all. Then Trevonte Taylor, 81 yards, an 81-yard run by Taylor to make it 21-14. As now with 2:01 to go in the fourth, Ashland 2nd and 10. Taylor in the backfield next to Stutler, and he's going to get 2 or 3 near about the Ashland 5-yard line to make it 3rd and 8 with 1:57 to go. I anticipate a Raceland timeout here. Or Raceland trying to indicate they had the football. Alex Headley on the tackle, but Taylor now it's going to be 3rd and 8 again for the Tomcats as Raceland takes the timeout. We're going to take it too. It's 21-14 Ashland here with just under 2 to go in the fourth. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
Ashland shotgun, 3 wideouts, bunch to the right. That's Simpkins in the backfield with Stutler. Ashland, they're going to hand it off to Simpkins, right side. Raceland, strong pursuit, and they get him in the backfield. A loss of 3, and I anticipate we'll see Raceland use their final timeout with 1:53 remaining. So that's going to be, that's actually a loss of about, 3 on the play. Raceland just pursued right there, and I don't know, because Simpkins is more of a up the middle guy. Not to say he can't carry on the outside. That's going to make it 4th and 10 now with just under 2 to go. A timeout called by Raceland. That'll be their final timeout. Ashland has 2 remaining. They will be forced to punt. Now, here's the thing. Our punting game tonight has not been very good. Raceland has had Ashland shanked one early in the game. Raceland has had good starts. Arnett they've been high kicks, but quick kicks, and Arnett has had room to field them. And if you've seen Jonah Arnett, you know what a dangerous returner he is. He's a great player. So hopefully find a way. If it goes out of bounds, you know what? Keep it out of his hands. That's their utility guy, Raceland's. And as now that's going to be Kinser in to punt for the Tomcats as they'll have it 4th and 10 on the 32. Arnett's going to line up about the 41. So now it's going to be, actually goes back to, he continues to go back about the 35. So now we'll see if Raceland tries to send an extra rusher on the edge. It's snapped. Nearly got back there. It's a fairly high kick, and Arnett fields at 45. Gets to the 47. Breaks her a tackler, 50. Ashland 45, 40, 35, and he's drugged down.
Arnett on the return. Down to the
barely got him on that. As that tackle by Gavin Rice. And Raceland for the 3rd time tonight starts deep in Ashland territory with 1:41 remaining. Ashland 1st and 10 on the Raceland 1st and 10 on the Ashland 32, trailing 21-14 with a minute 41 to go. As Ashland's trainer, Caitlin Gale, running out there, working so hard tonight again. Ashland's a couple players that have been hurt by cramps tonight, and Gale out there working hard, training, as now with 1:41 remaining, Raceland's going to have it 1st and 10. Actually, that's going to be that'll be the 32. It's actually the 29. They're going to start with the football on this drive. Raceland getting a lot better ball movement this half, too, than they have in the first. And they have 29 yards to go. That's going to be one area tonight for improvement for Ashland. Certainly will be the punting unit is now. So now that's going to be an injured player for Ashland. That's going to be Noah Thompson, who's certainly been a hard player for the Ashland. He's walking off. 1:41 remaining here in the game as Raceland has it 1st and 10 on the Ashland 29. Ashland leading 21-14. And you know, if Raceland scores, they're probably going to go for 2. So we got to have a big stand from the defense here. So we will have Waller now coming out, leading the team. That's going to be Stiltner in the backfield with him on the right in shotgun. 3 wideouts to the left. Eli Evans isolated on the right side. So 1st and 10 now for the Rams on the Ashland 29. Rams with no timeouts remaining. Waller drops back. He's pressured. He's going to run it, throws it across the middle, and it's caught by Vanderhoof, who gets the first down to about the Ashland 18. Looked like he was going to run it. Waller, under the pressure, got to the line and heaved it across the middle to Vanderhoof for a gain of 11 and a first down. At Raceland right back on the line. Shotgun formation. It's snapped. They're going to hand it off right side Arnett. It's the 15-10. Cuts back and gets to about the 5. And he gets out of bounds. 1:24 remaining. About the 6. The 1:24 remaining, and Raceland's going to have it. 1st and goal from about the 5.
1st and goal, Raceland. 1st and goal for the Rams.
So Rams get 2 big plays for 1:24 remaining. So Ashland now will call, or are we going to have an official timeout maybe? Ashland will call a timeout. So we're going to take it with them. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
What a ball. 25, Zach Clemmy says. Thank you, Mr. Clemmy. 25 games in a row. What a scout tonight.
We're back. Raceland with it 1st and goal from the Ashland 5. 1:24 to go in the game. Ashland had 21-14. Ashland 1 timeout. Raceland out of timeouts as Stiltner's in the backfield to the left of Waller. 2 wideouts each side. Stiltner gets it, and he's drugged down by Samuel in the backfield. The clock continuing to run. 2nd and goal. Raceland from the 6. Stiltner is 19th carry. He has 70 yards on the game and a touchdown. Raceland back on the line. Stiltner to the right of Waller. 2 wideouts to each side. 1 minute to go. As it snapped, Waller's going to roll out right. He's looking. Cuts back to the middle, and he gets into the end zone. And it's 21-20. Now as Raceland has a chance to tie or take the lead, depending on what they decide to do. So Waller didn't have anybody open, didn't panic, and he found the end zone for a 6-yard touchdown run. It's 21-20, 53.8 seconds to go here. And I watch this if I'm Ashland. Mike Sammons has called a fake field goal against them in the past, as they're sending Morris in for the PAT.
That right there, Jake Waller, what a job.
As now it's going to be snap. Hold good, kicks up, and it's good. We're tied up at 21, 53.8 seconds left. Raceland gets in on 3 plays for 29 yards. We're going to keep it here as we're knotted up at 21 right now. And to kick off, Ashland has had a couple of kick. Raceland sent one short and recorded it. So now it's going to be 21 all, and Ashland can do it in 53 seconds. They have the ball. They have 1 timeout remaining. We'll see what they try to do here. I mean, you have a couple deep threats. Hughes is a deep threat, so is Strader. You've got some receivers that can make plays, but to Raceland's credit, they've done a good job bottling that up tonight. But Ashland has been on the ground, has been strong at, and you just can't help but wondering that. You got to be risky in a game like this, but going for that deep ball that Raceland stopped when Ashland had it. But you know what, it is what it is. But now Ashland will come out, the return team. That's going to be Farrow coming out. Back, they've got to keep. So now they're going to a different. Now they have 2 returners back, and it brought some guys up. So now that's their normal formation with Farrow and Strader back there near the 10-yard line. 53 seconds to go. We're tied at 21. Raceland ties it on a Jacob Waller 6-yard run. As now, you got to watch Morris here. We'll see how far he's lining up. This time he's taking about a 2 to 3 yard, about a 2-yard distance from the ball. Ashland's starting to step up again. Got to be aware of that. Morris, high kick. This time it goes into the hands of Taylor. He's going to get up to about the 30 and get drugged down by Eli Evans.
Taylor on the return and Eli.
That's not a bad. It wouldn't be a bad thing for Raceland to continue. I remember Russell had that in 2005. They had a kicker that could really kick those short balls well, and Morris seems to be one that can do that. 50 seconds to go. Ashland will have it. 1st and 10 on their own 30. We're tied at 21 here in the 4th.
Trying to get everybody up on this one.
Now both crowds on their feet as now that's going to be Ashland coming in. That's going to be Hughes isolated on the left side at wideout. And that's going to be Thompson, Simpkins, and Strader on the right. Farrow in the backfield with Strader. Or Stutler. It's handed off to Farrow, right side. He's going to go for 4 up to about the 34-yard line. So Farrow now, as we're under 40 seconds, Ashland gets back on the line. Tied at 21 here in the 4th. Stutler now, Simpkins in the backfield with him. 2 wideouts on each side. Low snap, bobbled. Stutler hangs on. He's looking, throws it across the middle to Farrow, and it hits the ground incomplete with 23 seconds remaining. So that's going to make it 3rd down for the Tomcats. Here with 23 seconds remaining. Here from about the 30. Raceland out of timeouts.
Simply cannot give up anything big here. First down's okay. Don't give up anything.
So now it'll be third down, 3rd and 10. Actually, for the Tomcats, I don't know what. Thought it was 3rd and 6. But that's going to be 3rd and 10, I guess, for the 30. As now Stutler's going to snap it. Simpkins back there with him. Farrow and Hughes on the left side at wideout. Strader on the right. Raceland showing blitz left side. And it's handed off to Simpkins up the middle, and he's going to get 5 on what's going to be likely the last play of the game. So 4th and 5 for the Tomcats with 10 seconds remaining, and this one is going to head to overtime. The last time these two teams went to overtime was 2013, and Ashland will win that one 35-34 on a 2-point conversion. In 2008, Raceland will win it 19-16 on a run in overtime. 3rd and goal from the 12. We're going to take a break and come back. We got some extra football for you tonight. It's 21-all here at the end of regulation. We'll be back here on 97.9 The River.
Friday nights are back, and when the Ashland Tomcats play at home, make Giovanni's of South Ashland part of your game night tradition for just $10. Enjoy the Friday Night Lights dinner buffet and your drinks included. That's right, all you can enjoy buffet and a drink for just $10 through the end of August. And feed the whole crew with Giovanni's famous 16-inch cheese sticks, just $12. So before you head to the stadium, head to Giovanni's of South Ashland. Giovanni's of South Ashland. Great food, great friends, and Friday night football.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the Better Bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the Better Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Shop from people that care about the bluegrass.
Fast, friendly, and ready when you are. Clark's Pump and Shop.
Hey, stop at Clark's before we hit the pool.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, we care about the community. Download the Clark's Rewards app and save on fuel, snacks, and drinks all season long.
Clark's was a great call.
Cool off at Clark's Pump and Shop.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the Better Bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the Better Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Tomcat football action on 97.9 The River.
We're at the end of regulation, tied at 21. Coach Chad Tackett of Ashland, Mike Sammons of Raceland meeting at midfield. Chad Tackett will decide the pick for the coin, and the winner of that will decide who gets the ball first, if they want to take it or if they want to defer. Meanwhile, if there's a second overtime, that team will, whichever team, say that Ashland gets, the Chad will probably defer. And then if that's the case, Ashland, there's a second, Ashland will start with the ball first. We'll see what the flip is here. 21 all right now going into the first overtime. Coins tossed up. And it looks like Raceland won the toss.
They get to pick what they want to do offensively.
And we'll see.
Chad Tackett gets to pick which side of the field they play on.
So Chad Tackett picks the field. Ashland will play on the right side of the field. So the way this works, you get 4 downs to score. So I mean, Ashland will have the ball first, because what makes this interesting, especially if you're, do you go for 1 or do you go for 2? So now Raceland will start out on defense with Ashland going on the right, to left to right on your dial. We'll have it. It's been a great game. I mean, Raceland struck first on an 89-yard pass from Waller to Evans in the first quarter. Then Ashland would respond with a 30-yard Luke McCoy run. Then would score again late in the second on a 10-yard run from Farrow, while Raceland would make it 14-7. Raceland tied it up late in the fourth. A 4-yard run from Stiltner, Then Trevante Taylor will break loose for 80 yards in the fourth to make it 21-14, and Waller would score with a minute in regulation on a 6-yard run to tie it up at 21. Ashland shotgun, 2 wideouts right, 1 left. McCoy in the backfield with Stutler. Ashland to McCoy up the middle. No, it's a pass to Hughes, and he gets in on the post pattern. First play of overtime. So Justin Hughes gets in from 10 yards out. Now Ashland will go for the PAT. I'm curious because Mike Sammons might try to go for 2. We had that happen at Johnson Central in 2012. Ashland went for 1, and then Johnson Central scored. Ashland went for 2 and ended up winning. But our defense has got a hold here coming up. McAllister in to kick for the Tomcats. As it's 27-21 Ashland here in overtime. And it's an extra point up, and it's good. 28-21, so we're going to keep it here. Ashland leading in overtime. Now Raceland will get it. They will have 4 plays to score, and they can go for the extra point should they desire, or they can go for 2. So that's how that works. And say they go for they go for the extra point and tie it, then we go to a second overtime where Raceland will have the ball first. So that's going to be how that goes. But what a great game, a classic this has been. Certainly it's been good for a lot of. They've sure fed us well here, I'll say, up here in the press box. So it's definitely been a great atmosphere as it's 28-21 Ashland. Here in the first overtime, Ashland faked it to Luke McCoy up the middle, sent Hughes on a post route across the middle, and cut him across the middle. He got the ball, and that was a great heave from Stutler to Hughes. Really made some remarkable improvements in his arm over the summer, has Stutler. As now Raceland is going to come in, and we'll see what they try to do. And we'll see what happens. What a game to start the year, I'll say. Great first game. As now that's going to be Waller in the backfield, Arnett to his right. Stiltner will be the H-back on the right side. A wide out to the right, 2 to the left. As it's first and goal from the 10, Raceland with 4 plays to score. As it's going to be man in motion left to right, and it's pitched to Evans. He's going to carry it right side, and he's dragged down by Gist. I think a flag down. They might have called him for a horse collar. I'm a little bit. We'll see what it is officially, and that's going to be a face mask. So that is going to go against Ashland. That's going to be half the. So now that'll be. We'll see where the spot. So that's going to be first. Rams are going to have a first down and a few less yards to go to get to the end zone. It's going to be first and goal from the 7. So Ashland just had him for a loss there, but just got the face mask, because now that's going to be first and goal from the 7. 28-21 Ashland. Raceland now with 4 plays. That last play will be essentially negated with the exception of the exception of the gain, as now Waller sweeps to the left side. He has the edge. 10-5. He's dug down. He's a big hit there. And it looks like Gage Millette got over there. Great rush to that left side to drag him down at second and goal from the 5 for Raceland. That's Waller's 12th carry of the night. He had that 6-yard touchdown run to tie it at 21 late in the 4th. Second and goal from the 5. So now it's going to be Stiltner in the backfield. He's going to be at the H-back position. Arnett to the left of Waller. As now it's going to be a 5-man front for the Tomcats. As they're going to go to Arnett up the middle. Cuts her up. 5-2. He's in. Or is he? No, they're going to say he was at about the half-yard line. So that's going to make it third and goal. Arnett down at third and goal from the 1. Raceland right at the line. Stiltner back in there. Under center at the fullback position. But Waller's going to sneak it in there. And they get in. Officials measuring, and they're going to say he wasn't in. Ashland's got to get back on the line. Get back on the line, guys, as it's 4th and short for Raceland. And that's exactly what Raceland does. They're looking to get back on the line. So Ashland now inside the 1. It's going to be 4th and short. This play will determine the ball game as it's 28-21. Could, as now Raceland. They're going to go to the tee. That's Stiltner, Bloss, and Arnett. Side by side in the backfield. Waller under center. And timeout taken by Raceland. Each team given an extra timeout, I meant to say. We're going to keep it here. It's 28-21. Ashland leading Raceland here in overtime. If Ashland gets the stop, then the Tomcats win. If Raceland gets in, they will go for the extra point or the 2-point conversion. But right now we'll see Raceland, and no doubt they're going to try to run. They're going to try to power it in some way. They might have Waller try to sneak again. They tried it on the last play. Arnett got down to the half-yard line. They immediately sent Raceland back to the line. Arnett went under center and tried to sneak it in, but Ashland was able to keep him from getting in. Now Raceland getting back to the line again, and will have a chance to try something else. We'll see what the Rams dial up here as Ashland hopefully defensively. I anticipate, we've had some great games. You think of Belfry 2006, Raceland 08, Raceland 13, some great overtime games the Tomcats have had over the years. As now it's 28-21 Tomcats in overtime. Raceland, if Ashland gets a stop, then we win. If not, then Raceland can go for 1 or 2. 28-21 Tomcats. Raceland lining up in the tee. Waller and Stiltner talking as they go to the line. Waller under center. Stiltner, Bloss, and Arnett in the backfield in the tee. As now Waller going under center. And, it got jumped, but I think the left tackle jumped, and that's a false start. That'll make it 4th and goal from the 6. Raceland with their first 3 pre-snap. Let's see. Their first pre-snap penalty of the game. They have 2 holds and an offensive face mask tonight, but that is their first pre-snap penalty, and that's going to make it 5 yards. 4th and goal from the 6 now for the Rams. So they'll have it here. Oh, what a game this has been. As Arnett now comes back in for the Rams with the play, and they're going to spread it out this time. Arnett in the slot on the left side. Raceland with 2 wideouts on each side. Stiltner next to Waller in the backfield. In shotgun. Waller snaps it. He's going to drop back. He's under pressure. Throws across the middle. It's picked off. Troy Taylor picks it off. Ashland gets the win. 28-21 here in overtime. What a classic here at Rams Stadium to start the year. Trevante Taylor, who had the 80-yard run in the 4th quarter, and Ashland comes in, making the stop at the end to get the win. A big win over a Raceland team that will likely have a chance to be playing in Lexington, no doubt, this year with what they have back. A big win on the road for the Tomcats. It came down to the last play. Wow, what a game. Oh, I'm telling you, Jimmy Bentine, I love you, man. I love the text. What a game for the Tomcats to start out. And Raceland, a fantastic football program. I hope they win it all in 1A this year. But we're going to take a break. Come back. Oh, what a thrill here tonight at Rams Stadium. Your final score, the Tomcats pull it out 28-21 in overtime. We'll be back here shortly. What's left of me will be back shortly here on 97.9 The River.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
McLeod's Body Shop is proud to support the Ashland Tomcats and the community that cheers them on every Friday night. Whether you're headed to the big game or getting back on the road after an accident, you deserve a team you can count on. Trust the collision repair experts at McLeod's Body Shop to return your vehicle to pre-accident condition with quality workmanship and hometown service. McLeod's Body Shop, back in the Ashland Tomcats on the field and our community on the road. Go Tomcats!
Friday nights are back, and when the Ashland Tomcats play at home, make Giovanni's of South Ashland part of your game night tradition for just $10. Enjoy the Friday night lights dinner buffet and your drinks included. That's right, all you can enjoy buffet and a drink for just $10 through the end of August. And feed the whole crew with Giovanni's famous 16-inch cheese sticks, just $12. So before you head to the stadium, head to Giovanni's of South Ashland. Giovanni's of South Ashland. Great food, great friends, and Friday night football.
McLeod's Body Shop is proud to support the Ashland Tomcats and the community that cheers them on every Friday night. Whether you're headed to the big game or getting back on the road after an accident, you deserve a team you can count on. Trust the collision repair experts at McLeod's Body Shop to return your vehicle to pre-accident condition with quality workmanship and hometown service. McLeod's Body Shop, back in the Ashland Tomcats on the field and our community on the road. Go Tomcats!
Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
The Tomcats win the season opener in overtime, 28-21 over Raceland. And certainly, and you know, that's the thing, that because every time it's been decided by 8 points or less, at Raceland has been 10-4 in those games. And Ashland both teams faced a lot of adversity tonight. And Ashland making the stand in overtime to get a win. Raceland, I can't say enough about Raceland, first off. I mean, I really hope they'll be at the end of the year bringing the trophy back, representing Eastern Kentucky. They've done a wonderful job doing so over the years. Got to give a shout-out to the staff up here. They certainly, that figures I would start the GLP-1 shot before I come here, but they certainly feed us well up here. They treat us so good. So a big thank you to the staff at Raceland. And what a game. Ashland 28-21, pulling out the win on the road to start the year. And if you're just tuning in, hearing the post game, Ashland would start off with the football as Dalen Farrow would get a big return back to the Raceland 30. Ashland would struggle a little bit moving the football. They got pushed back on the first play. Raceland would sack Tanner Stutler on the second play, and then Stutler would run it on third down for 12 yards to make it 4th and 8, and would get the first down by about a half yard on the next play running it. As Ashland would get a little bit more movement, it would be 4th and 3 from the Raceland 11, as Mav Ashby carried it and was short by just about a half yard on the left side. Raceland, though, would take advantage and would strike big as they ran a play-action pass. That Waller would throw it deep to Eli Evans, 89 yards, and the score to make it 7-0 Raceland. Meanwhile, Ashland would get the ball back as Farrow would run it up to the 48 for Ashland. Again, a big return from Dalen Farrow. Can't say enough about him on the special teams game, as 5 plays later, Ashland would run it in from 30 yards out. Luke McCoy would scamper for the touchdown run, almost untouched. Meanwhile, the game would go back and forth. The two teams would exchange possessions, as neither had much in terms of ball movement. The concerning part for Ashland, and something I'm sure they'll work on, is their punting game. They really struggled in that area tonight, as they had a cut. Raceland had excellent field position starting out. I mentioned that first drive at the 11, but they would start at the Ashland 32, the Ashland 29. They would start at their own 45. I mean, they had some good starting field positions, but credit to Ashland's defense. Twice they held up on that 32 and the 29 where Raceland started. They held up on that on both times, as they just couldn't get any ball movement, though, until Raceland got down to the 16, and that was where they started from the 29. I believe they got it down there, turned it over on downs. Ashland would then take the football and go on an 84-yard drive, capped off by a 10-yard Dalen Farrow run to score. As now Ashland, that would make it 14-7. Credit for Max McAllister, who's been working hard to improve his game on the extra points, as he went 4 for 4. Meanwhile, on Raceland's end, they started the second half with the football. Ashland would get a stop, but just couldn't get any ball movement, as Raceland continued to get good field position, and then they would start with the drive on their own 45 and go 12 plays and 55 yards to score on a Landon Stiltner 4-yard run to tie it up at 14. Meanwhile, the next play, Raceland would, after those 2 long kickoff returns by Ashland, Raceland tried a short kick, and it was a high one. It went short, and Raceland got it, and would get down to about and would get deep in Ashland territory, but Ashland's defense, credit to them for holding again when Raceland had the ball deep in Ashland territory. Meanwhile, the Tomcats would continue to scratch and claw when they get the ball back after nearly throwing an interception in the fourth. Then Trevante Taylor, who I'll have unofficially finishing the game with 132 yards, scored from 81 yards out, and that would make it. That would make the score 21-14 after the Max McAllister PAT. But you knew Raceland was going to have a lot of fight in them, as Ashland would get a stop, but get some ball movement, and then Raceland would force a 3 and out. After forcing Raceland to use their timeouts, Ashland would punt. Again, Raceland would get a good return and start with it on the Ashland 37-yard line, as they came in and they threw it. They had scored in 3 plays, or 3 plays and 29 yards, as they scored on that last drive, a 6-yard Jacob Waller run with just over a minute to go to tie it up at 21. Then Ashland would have it, but couldn't really muster any ball movement, so we went to overtime, where the Tomcats started with it and scored on the first play. They adjusted the offense a little bit. They put Luke McCoy in the backfield with Stutler. He'll carry it occasionally, but this time they put it in. They faked it to McCoy, and he's given Raceland that last year he ran for 17 yards. That gave Ashland some big momentum, and then this year the 30-yard touchdown run. They faked it to McCoy and threw it over the middle, where it was caught by Justin Hughes for what would be the game-winning touchdown, but Raceland would get the ball for their possession in overtime. They would try to give it to Eli Evans off the right side on the jet sweep. He would take it, get tackled by Trenton Giss, but the Ashland picked up a face mask half the distance to the goal. Meanwhile, Arnett would carry it down to about the half-yard line for Raceland. They carried it for 2 yards, and then they got down about the 5. Then on third down, Arnett got down to the 1, or second down, Arnett got to the 1. I forget that face mask penalty was still first down. Arnett got it to the 1. Raceland tried to sneak it in there with Waller, and then after the 2-yard run, so it's 3rd and 1. Raceland tried to sneak it in, and then it was no good. It's 4th down and inches practically. Raceland would get called for a false start coming out in the T formation. And then Waller tried to get it there to across the middle, but Trevante Taylor was able to pick it off, sealing the Ashland win. I mean, it's a tough environment here. The Tomcats came in, and I just couldn't be more proud of the determination shown tonight. I mean, like I said, this is a Raceland bunch that has 16 seniors. These guys got to the state championship in 8th grade. These guys are not familiar with anything but being in the state championship game. They know how to make it far. And as 8th graders, they got to the state championship, and they've been there all 3 years. Hopefully this will be the year that they punch it across the goal line and win it all from 1A, but going through some numbers, I'm going to look at Ashland's first. And that Stutler finished the game. I have, and this is unofficial, 4 of 11 with 38 yards and a 10-yard touchdown pass to Justin Hughes. And running the ball, Brody Simpkins, I have him at 25 on 7. I have Ashby at 2 on 3. I have Farrow at 19 on 4. And then, let's see, I have Strader at 9 on 1 off the jet sweep. Stutler at 38 on 8. So have, and then on 132 on 14. So that puts it up, and then McCoy with 40 on 3. So Ashland I have unofficially at 263 yards on the ground. The receptions for tonight, Millette had 1 for 17, Taylor had 1 for 9, Strader had 1 for 2, Hughes had 1 for 10. Meanwhile, on Raceland's end, Waller threw the ball 14 times. He completed 11 of those. Again, Waller, an efficient quarterback, 71.7% last year, leading 1A in completion percentage, threw for 27 touchdowns. And he got 100, or let's see, I have him at 163 yards tonight on through the air, and another 25 on the ground, including the 6-yard run to tie it late. Also have him completing an 89-yard touchdown pass to open the game for Waller to Evans. Meanwhile, Landon Stiltner I have at 70 yards on 19 carries. And that is one thing that surprised me. And maybe that was the original plan. I don't think Stiltner I don't think touched the ball in overtime, did he? I don't think he did. But so Stiltner with 70 yards on 19 carries, though, and had a 4-yard touchdown run in the third quarter. Jonah Arnett, their utility guy, 20 yards rushing on 6 attempts, unofficial, 2 first downs. Bell with 4 on 2, and Stiltner had 5 first downs, I had him at, by the way. Waller 25 on 13, Bloss with 1 for 1. Meanwhile, receiving, I've got Evans at 112 on 4 receptions. I have Arnett on 22 on 3 receptions. Wilkes at Wilkes at 12 on 1, and Vanderhoof 19 on 2. So that's where they stand with receptions. But Tomcats pull out the 28-21 win. We're going to take a break here shortly. We'll have Chad Tackett on here momentarily on 97.9 The River.
Friday nights are back, and when the Ashland Tomcats play at home, make Giovanni's of South Ashland part of your game night tradition for just $10. Enjoy the Friday Night Lights dinner buffet, and your drinks included. That's right, all you can enjoy buffet and a drink for just $10 through the end of August. And feed the whole crew with Giovanni's famous 16-inch cheese sticks, just $12. So before you head to the stadium, head to Giovanni's of South Ashland. Giovanni's of South Ashland. Great food, great friends, and Friday night football.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
McLeod's Body Shop is proud to support the Ashland Tomcats and the community that cheers them on every Friday night. Whether you're headed to the big game or getting back on the road after an accident, you deserve a team you can count on. Trust the collision repair experts at McLeod's Body Shop to return your vehicle to pre-accident condition with quality workmanship and hometown service. McLeod's Body Shop, backing the Ashland Tomcats on the field and our community on the road. Go Tomcats! Hey Tomcat fans, it's fall again. That means football season is here. And Ashland Milling would like to wish the Ashland Tomcats good luck this year. And they want to remind you that now is the time to overseed and fertilize your yard. Falcon Vescue is the #1 turf-type Vescue for our area. Ashland Milling would also like to thank the Tri-State for letting us serve you for over 150 years. Let's go Tomcats!
Shop from people that care about the bluegrass.
Fast, friendly, and ready when you are. Clark's Pump and Shop.
Hey, stop at Clark's before we hit the pool.
At Clark's Pump and Shop, we care about the community. Download the Clark's Rewards app and save on fuel, snacks, and drinks all season long.
Clark's was a great call.
Cool off at Clark's Pump and Shop.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
When it comes to your money, you want a bank that's built to last. KFB, the better bank, is proud to be your hometown community bank, serving neighbors, not numbers. We're here for all your financial needs today and well into the future. So if you're looking for a bank that's committed for the long haul, check out our Wheelersburg location today. KFB, the better bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Down by 7 with just seconds on the clock. Football can be tough, but managing your money shouldn't be. At Community Trust, banking is easy, seamless, and stress-free. With online banking options and 78 office locations, make deposits, pay bills, or secure a loan, even save for the future. Community Trust Bank. We're building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Loans are subject to credit approval.
Back to school shopping just got a whole lot sweeter thanks to Cart Cash Rewards at Food Fair. Stock up on lunchbox favorites, snacks, and school morning essentials, and unlock digital coupons you won't find anywhere else. Enter your number at checkout and Food Fair will search your basket for coupons. Just tap and save. Perfect timing to make this school year easier on your wallet. Text CART to 87573 and start saving at Food Fair today.
Giovanni's has great Italian dishes. Spaghetti with meat sauce, lasagna, ravioli, manicotti, and baked lasagna. Giovanni's has the best sandwiches around, from the stromboli, Italian sub, calzones, and their signature Big Red. All dinners will be served with hot garlic bread or Italian rolls. Giovanni's Pizza, fresh, hot, and tasty. Have it delivered right to your door. Giovanni's, the Italian place to be.
Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been providing accounting, tax, and attest services for the tri-state community and across the United States. Since 1951, individuals, medical practices, attorneys, corporations, Main Street businesses, local schools, and governments have relied on us for expert advice, tax preparation, and attest services. With offices in Ashland and Cincinnati, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby are here for your accounting and tax needs. For over 70 years, Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby has been there for businesses in our community. They're here for yours, too. Call them and let Kelly Galloway Smith Goolsby provide for the future of your business.
Metro Community Federal Credit Union now brings you all the tech that big banks have, but still has that personal touch of a member-owned community credit union. Apple Pay? Got it. Digital wallet? Yep. Message pay by text, online loan payments, even chatting with a real person, not a bot. Open accounts, sign documents, and manage your money all online. It's the big bank tech you need from the local community-minded credit union you trust. Metro Community FCU. Visit metrocommunityfcu.com today.
McLeod's Body Shop is proud to support the Ashland Tomcats and the community that cheers them on every Friday night. Whether you're headed to the big game or getting back on the road after an accident, you deserve a team you can count on. Trust the collision repair experts at McLeod's Body Shop to return your vehicle to pre-accident condition with quality workmanship and hometown service. McLeod's Body Shop, back in the Ashland Tomcats on the field and our community on the road. Go Tomcats!
You're listening to Ashland Tomcat football on 97.9 The River.
And we're back here, coming to you from Rams Stadium. Ashland, a hard-fought 28-21 overtime win over a team that has the potential to be bringing it all back in 1A this year. A big win for the Tomcats. And, wow, Coach Tackett, first off, man, that was a classic. What a game.
Yeah, that was two good football teams doing battle on the opening week one, and man, high school football didn't get much better than that. That was two powerhouses slugging it out, and we were fortunate to come out on top.
Yeah, let's walk through the game starting out. You have a huge Dalen Farrow returns to the Raceland 30 and to the Ashland 48 in the first half. He had a 10-yard touchdown scamper in the second quarter.
Yeah, he played great. And him and Trey and all our backs did a great job. Luke McCoy had a nice run there, and we've been saying it's running back by committee, and those guys really showed out. And Mav had a huge block on Trey's touchdown run there, the 80-yarder, and those guys are selfless. They're just selfless. I mean, they just want to win, and I'm so proud of those guys. I'm proud of our O-line. They did a good job at times opening up holes, and we got work to do. I mean, it wasn't perfect by no means. Obviously the cramping was an issue. I really felt at halftime we were in a position maybe to pull away a little bit, and we did applesauce and Gatorade at halftime and a little Alabama trick, and it didn't really work. We started cramping worse and worse, and so we're going to have to solve that, and guys are going to have to take better care of their bodies throughout the week. But we're happy we got away with the win, and playing down here, there's people sitting all the way, there's fans sitting on the turf here, and they're right on top of you, and so it's a daunting environment when you're not used to those types of things. I think Lawrence County was like that last year, and you got people right on the field, spectating, but our guys were able to make plays when they had to.
One not a player on the team, but Caitlin Gale. How valuable she was tonight as our trainer.
Yeah, she's going to deserve a raise after tonight. She logged some miles out there, running out on the field, and had her and Tate Dowdy out there. Speaking of Tate, and our whole coaching staff, they just did a phenomenal job all week getting these guys ready, and we got a really, really good coaching staff, and these guys put in long hours and really worked their butts off, and they're high level coaches, and they coach their guys up extremely well, and our guys are playing at a high level right now, especially this early in the season, but we still got a long way to go. I hope we're not peaked, and you're gonna make your biggest improvement between week 1 and week 2. So hopefully we'll make another big jump next week and keep this thing going.
Raceland opens up. I mean, they get a big stop, just looked a quarter to half yard short, and then they complete an 89-yard touchdown pass first play.
First play again. That Stiltner got us last year on a 70-yard run, and then now we have this year we are giving up an 80-yard. I think next year we'll just put everybody across the goal line and at least try to keep them from scoring on the first play. But we had some miscues. Obviously the kickoff return recovery that they got on us. We didn't field the ball when we were supposed to, and we had some untimely penalties. So, I was really, really distraught about our composure at times, and our guys have got to stay composed and play with class, and play within the lines of the game. So that's things that we'll address this week.
And 2 late hits call. Two of our penalties. We had two late hits. Let's see, two priests now had a false start and offsides, and then a face mask at the end. And but I want to talk about Trey Taylor a little bit, because his conditioning of the off season. I mean, the way he can. I'll give you an example. It's we have the ball and they threw it to him in the flats. He completes it. He gets about 5 yards, and then he keeps his knees off the ground and he crawls forward for another couple, and he finds that way to get that hidden yardage. He is so much stronger.
Trey's got that. He's got that extra talent. He's got that thing that you can't coach, and I'll be honest, Trey's just now getting the light bulbs just now going off for him. He wasn't a guy that really liked the weight room that much, and we had a good talk a couple months ago. And it finally clicked, and he's been working hard in the weight room. He's been lifting. He had chest inflammation the other day because he's working out so hard on the weekend after the Montgomery County scrimmage. So he's phenomenal. I mean, he's got a lot of talent, and he's got a chance to be. Well, he doesn't have a chance. He is special, and he's just going to get better and better because he's finally getting serious about it, and it's hard telling what he's going to be able to do.
And I had us unofficially at 263 yards on the ground, including that big run by Taylor in the fourth quarter that put us up 21-14. I mean, there were times, and that's a front that's returned 8 of their 11 from last year defensively, so you knew they'd get theirs in ways, but we really got a good push up front at times.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you the last time this defense probably gave up 200 yards. They've been pretty stout against the run over the last several years, and that's a pretty good rushing total for a good defense like this. So, like I said, credit goes to our O-line, Coach Stone, Coach Davis, Coach Wilcoxon, Coach Riley, and those guys. They do a good job. Coach Young with our tight ends, Coach Desmond and Evan both. It's a group effort, and those guys had those guys ready, and like I said, we're just going to get better and better.
Ashland winning 28-21 in overtime tonight at Raceland. And, Coach, we're up 21-14. Raceland gets the ball deep in Ashland territory again. They had 3 possessions. They started deep in our territory, but they score while we're on a 6-yard run. We get the ball back, and we go to overtime. Talk about that first play call. I noticed you put McCoy in the backfield, sent Hughes over the middle.
Yeah.
Was Luke McCoy, because I know he had that 30-yard run earlier, was that kind of to get him thinking a little bit?
Well, actually, it was supposed to be a handoff, and we were trying to see if the next play was there to pass to Justin, and when Tanner got the ball, it was so wide open, he just pulled it and ripped it, and luckily we scored on it, and that was a big play, and heady play by a sophomore quarterback, and I told him before the game, I was like, don't make this any bigger than it is. I mean, it's just, you started last year at Fort Thomas Highlands in the playoffs, and so just play within the game and play within yourself, and he's going to get better and better.
Yeah, and he did a great. That was excellent composure. He's kind of, and I think vocally he's improved so much over this.
He's getting there. I mean, he's still got a ways to go as far as being completely comfortable with the offense and being able to get guys lined up if they miss a line and things that LeBryant was able to do for us. But he's cut from the same cloth. I mean, LeBryant grew up wanting to be a Tomcat quarterback, and Tanner's the same way. And he takes great pride in being our quarterback, and by his senior year, it's going to be pretty special to watch.
And then in overtime, Raceland gets down to the half-yard line. Man, they line up. I mean, and a great call to try to sneak it in there. And man, the defense.
Yeah, we made I don't know how many 3rd and 4th down stops we made tonight. I mean, it was a lot. And then we get them down on the half-yard line, make a stop, and then they're getting ready to go again. And they had a procedure penalty, and backed the ball up and able to give us a chance to bring some heat and line up in a different defensive formation. And luckily we made the big play there in the end zone.
Taylor getting that interception to close it out. Man, what a ball game.
It was a treat for Northeastern Kentucky, and we're both programs, we think highly of each other, and it's like Mike and I talked before the game, we can't, it's hard to find people around here to play on this side of the river. And we got Tage Creek coming in next week from Lexington, and he's got PRP, I think, from Louisville. I mean, it's just so it's tough that somebody had to lose tonight, but it's a good game for both of us because we're willing to play each other, and we'll make each other better.
Yeah, Tates Creek had some great games against them, especially in the 1970s. Played them on occasion over the years, and they'll certainly be a welcome addition to the schedule to have them back. And we want to say thank you all so much for tuning in. Your final score: Ashland wins in overtime, 28-21. And we want to say thank you for all your support and for tuning in tonight. Be sure to check out the Chad Tackett Coaches Show Tuesday night, South Ashland Giovanni's, 7 o'clock. Be sure to come out, and that'll be on our sister station, 93.3 Cat Sports. But thank you all. Thank you to Lowell Austin back at the studio for all he's done. Say God bless. Good night, everybody. Your final score, Ashland 28, Raceland 21 in overtime.